I said frustrated with an R.
You didn't.
Yes.
You definitely.
Oh, that was a nephew.
It definitely was not. Frustrated. You hear me? Frustrated.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Section 10 podcast. Here are your hosts, Jared Carabas, Coley Mick, Steve Peralt, and Tyler Milliken.
Okay, boom. Section 10, episode 630, presented by Kalshi. It is the home of your 32-46 worst team in the American League, Boston Red Sox. Wow. Brewed by Blue Moon.
Suck one.
Produced by Jose.
Yikes.
Section10merch.com, patreon.com/section10podcast. For all your bonus content.
I think, is that everything?
Man. I mean, I'm ready to talk some Red Sox baseball, you know? This is this is a moment in time that I think we're going to look back on. People said that I was stupid on what's today? Wednesday, so Monday after that loss, the first loss, the walk-off. I was like, I remember 2012, like certain moments, certain stories, certain games in 2012. And like, for me, like if you say a year, I think of that Red Sox team. Like, obviously for the championship years, like you can't say 2004. I'm like, oh yeah, like, what was that? Like George Bush's first year in office. like I'm just like, oh yeah, 2004. Like, yeah, Boston Red Sox won the World Series. You say 2012, like I'm not going to think of like, oh yeah, wasn't that the year that the world was ending? I'm like, yeah, that was the Bobby V year. 2020, people think COVID. I think the shittiest Red Sox team I've ever seen, or so I thought. And now I feel like 10, 15 years from now, if someone says 2026 to me, I will remember not just how horrendous this Red Sox team was, but I will remember specifically that first game against the Colorado Rockies where you had at the time, you had never been beaten after having a lead after 7 innings, correct, T?
Yep, you were 30-0.
30-0. 30-0 with a lead after 7, and that was largely in part to having back when Justin Slayton worked and Garrett Whitlock was good and Aroldis Chapman was healthy. You were 30-0 when you had a lead after the 7th inning. Then you had a 2-0 lead against the worst team in baseball, and they got 8 straight hits on 19 pitches. And it wasn't just that they were dinky-doo singling you to death. It was like Jarren Duran fumbled the baseball 13 times in left field and the Rockies walked you off. Then you had like, oh, well, they won the next day and, turn this thing around. We can still win the series, right? Yeah. All right, cool. Then in the series finale, you have, and by the way, we'll have a Marcelo Meyer discussion. I do firstly want to say I commend him for taking accountability immediately after the game, saying like that can't fucking happen. And we can play the quote, whatever, but he took full accountability, said like that loss is on me. Correct. So I think watching that last game, seeing the Red Sox once again have a lead after 7 innings and then lose that game, being 30-0 and then having 2 losses.
Only one,
when you have
right?
a lead
that was
after
in the
7.
7th inning. So it
Huh?
only happened once in this series, right? Because that was in
No.
the 7th inning. Right?
No.
The finale that happened in the 7th inning. So it was tied 6-6 in the 7th inning. What?
Yeah,
Am
it
I
was
wrong
tied-
here?
It was tied in the 8th.
Yeah.
But they tied it in the 7th because it was the bottom of the 7th
Sure.
inning.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah,
had a
so-
lead in the 7th.
But yeah, the stat was after 7, right?
They did drop that the entire
TC said on
Nesson
the post game that
I think
they've
TC was
lost
wrong,
too.
though, because I did see it. I think they were 30-0 after leading after 7, correct? Wasn't that the line?
No, that was the stat, but that is what they recited the entire post game today.
Yeah.
So he might have had his wires crossed.
It's a long
Because that happened
season.
in the 7th, so it wasn't after 7. Who cares? They suck either
Doesn't
way.
matter.
It's
They
not like
suck.
They
Doesn't
suck.
matter.
They
They
suck.
suck. They lost. It was a game that they should have won
100%.
that they lost, right? We can agree.
That is so true. That is so
They
true.
lost
Yeah.
it.
They lost the game.
They lost a game that they should have won today. So this is, in theory, I mean, you can't just assume the sweep, but I think when you consider the factors involved in the games individually and the competition in which you're playing against and also the ballpark that you're playing in, I think you can say you should have swept and then they actually lost a series. Cole, you disagree?
Well, Steve also is raising his hand. That we may be saying the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know that you can say like we're that much better than the. I would argue that we're not.
I'm not going
better
to say
than the
that.
Rockies.
No, I
That's what
just think this definitely
Simply
should have
just
been
a
a sweep.
fundamental baseball thing. Like you should have won the games that you played in this series.
There was one earlier in the season, and I forget what series it was, but I came on here being like, I've never seen the Red Sox be this close to a sweep in a series that they lost.
Yeah.
And they all blend together because they just suck so bad at this point. But this one is more of a sweep that they lost the series in. Like, that's basically where we're at, where you look in game one and it's like, I was almost ready to just turn the TV off. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it's Chappie. And understandable, he hasn't been quite the same recently as he was earlier, the hamstring stuff, all of that, sure. It happened so fast. And we point to the Jarren thing. I agree with Lenny. I think the 3-run score anyway, even though Jarren looked like he'd never played baseball before in that play. So I think they lose on that hit anyway. Those slappers down the line are brutal in bases loaded situations because you can just run forever. It takes so long for the ball to get there. And by the time they showed that angle behind the plate, it was like, that third run's probably coming in anyway. But no, this one today, man, I mean, I guess shame on me and maybe shame on us partially. I don't know where you guys were at when it was 6-3, but I'm like, okay, even with this sucky team, they're winning this one. Like they're not going to blow this game. And then it just happens immediately with the Marcelo error and everything else that preceded it. So it is the worst team of our lifetime. I fully agree.
Even was it before that? Cap hits the triple and gets over. Like so that was when
I think that was even top 7. It was right before everything.
That's what I mean.
That was
I
the
think
sixth inning.
Yeah,
The
that
sixth,
to
okay.
me
T6.
is when I did think they were losing because it was like, oh wow, triple. Oh, he's out because we don't know any really of the fundamentals of baseball. And like that happens, like your foot gets knocked off, but that does seem to happen to us a disproportionate amount, just little silly ways to get out like that. Because even before, what was it, 4-2 or 4-2? Like they started, Colorado made a little run earlier in the game, and it was just like, I wish we were at home, not this year because we don't win at home either. But it did feel like whoever was going to be up last held like a tremendous advantage today. In a way, it shouldn't have game 1 and didn't game 2.
Even in the third inning, Jared.
That was a tough one.
Sorry. I wanted to ask you guys your opinion on this because I think it's apparent that Aroldis Chapman is injured, and I think he loves being with the Red Sox organization so much that he's trying to do the team a solid by pitching through an injury so that if he goes in the IL, it doesn't mess up with like his. I think he's trying to get the Red Sox the best return possible. Like I think he knows like I'm getting traded, and if I go in the IL, I'll fuck over the Red Sox, and I don't want to do that. I think that's honestly what his mindset is. Is that the best way like for him to approach this? Because if he had just gone on the IL after like that Yankees appearance, then I think that would be enough time to prove healthy coming back from the IL before the trade deadline. I don't know where you guys fall on this.
I mean, I agree. I think that because when was that? That was 2 weeks ago.
It was like that was 2
was
or
like
3
3
weeks
weeks
ago.
ago.
This upcoming
It's been a
Friday.
while.
He would have been back by now. Yeah, and probably could have looked fine. And then you got a month to deal him. So
It's not like he's
I don't know
pitching
if it's
every
fully
day.
that.
Though.
I
That's the
think
thing.
he
Right,
probably
he's
just
had a
telling
lot
him
of
it's fine.
off days. He's had a ton of off days.
True, and
because
I'm sure
they're
that factors
typically
into it too, where it's like, you're going to be stiff and all of a sudden you're coming in. It's just the body motion of like, I haven't thrown a ball in ages and I haven't been in these situations in ages, and the mental aspect of it too. So I don't know. I mean, it's either way with the Chappie thing, it's tricky because when it happened in New York, I still had like a little sliver of belief that the Red Sox could figure something out. Now, obviously that's gone and everyone should have that gone. I'm sure we'll get to the Breslow quotes, but that did at least give me a good laugh in the middle of this series.
They picked a good weekend for me to be tremendous assholes like in every which way, because like I fell asleep early Friday, woke up at like 4 a.m. and opened my phone to look for very different news, which was Giannis went to Miami, and I was like, well, that fucking
What day
sucks.
is it?
Today?
Wednesday.
Big Sunday.
Or what?
Nope.
Oh, it is Wednesday. I'm way off. You're right.
I was like,
Sunday.
what the
No, 'cause
fuck is going
fucking,
on?
No, the fucking NBA draft moved to Tuesday and Wednesday. That's a thing no one asked for, so my whole week is off.
Dude,
Way
I
off.
just switched time zones. Like I woke up at fucking 4:00 in the morning on the West Coast, and now I'm back in Boston. I'm like, I don't know what the
Sure,
fuck
no, that
day it
was
is.
completely valid. But Monday, every time the Red Sox play a series, mentally it's Friday, and then when the series is over, Sunday. We do the show, show goes out. That's every series for me.
Yep.
Anyway, so I'm waiting for the Giannis news on Monday. It comes while I'm asleep. I wake up 3 a.m. I see that. I go, well, that stinks. I scroll down. I see how exactly like the next post is exactly how like pretty much all 19 pitches. And I just go, we've broken Chapman to a point where I think we do have to actually just keep him because there's no value there anymore. Like great job all around.
I do think that you can take the suck off of a player by just getting him out of here. I mean, we've seen that with every player that the Red Sox have traded, where it's just like you can remove the suck immediately. So I think he'll be just fine wherever he goes. And I don't know. I mean, some of the stuff that's come out in recent days about like, well, first of all, the Bob Nightingale report. It's like, oh yeah, reportedly these guys are on the trade block. It's like, no shit. You just named every player we've been talking about for the last 6 months about being a trade asset.
That's Bob.
But the idea that the Red Sox are like, we can't trade Duran because we need to build his trade value back up. It's like, isn't that what you've been doing for like the last year?
That's the entire problem with where you are at this point in time, where the value has disintegrated and people are looking at him. I think it's not only the on-field struggles, there was always the off-the-field question. But if there's any kind of hole you can put through what he does on the field, and seemingly with a team that is in a really bad place and he's supposed to be one of those guys stepping up into one of those roles, all that value has been diminished. And that's the problem with the way Craig Breslow always approached it. If you weren't willing to be realistic on it, now you're in a spot where even your realistic place is insane to anyone who's asking or talking about it to that degree. Good luck. And I thought yesterday after the game and just watching the post game, that moment with Duran, someone was clearly consoling him after the game, showing that whatever this year has been, it's weighing on him. It's getting tougher. I do think all those things kind of put you in a spot now where, and that Mark Feinstein thing, I think he was just speculating. I didn't take that as a legitimate report. To me, it was just kind of like attempting to read the tea leaves a little bit. But
I saw your tweet, T, by the way. I don't know.
Which one?
The one about like someone like consoling him. He was just talking to someone. I didn't see
Hands
like
on his shoulders like
looked
that.
a little consoling.
It definitely
Did?
did to me. Hands
was
on
both-
both of its shoulders.
Both hands on shoulders,
And
face
he's
to
slumpy.
face. It's a crazy way to talk to someone
then-
if you're not consoling them.
He
I
goes
didn't
into
see
the room.
hands, admittedly.
Oh,
I just
that-
saw him talking to
Okay.
someone in the back.
The hands
I did.
are
The
there.
camera moving too almost shows like, oh, we probably shouldn't be getting that. Like, I think
Exactly.
that was almost admitting it.
And then he goes into another room and just closes the door. And that's just kind of where it ends in terms of what you saw from Duran. But I think with Duran at this point in time, this is the issue with Craig Breslow. If he feels like he's not getting proper value, there's no way for a deal to come together. And that's just, it's not a realistic place to be. Unfortunately, players are going to have ups and downs. You miss your shot to make that kind of deal. And the truth is, a lot of that blame should go to Craig Breslow, because we heard early in the season from Cora that this logjam was messing with his head. It was a problem for him. His hitting coach that he used to lean on is no longer there. So there's a lot of things kind of attributing to what this version of Jarren Duran is right now.
They've missed
fine.
every opportunity to move him for something legitimate. And right now, trading him seems like the stupidest fucking idea in the world. Like, what
Yeah.
are you possibly getting that makes it worthwhile?
Well, the question to your question is, is he going to go? If he gets hot, he had a hot month of May. So if
Yeah,
he
he did.
gets hot from now until the trade deadline, do you really think that's going to be enough to
No.
move a team? No.
It'll help. I mean, if you're
That's
a
been
team
his
and you're,
whole
and you're
career, though,
desperate,
like-
no, I know, but if you're desperate and you're like 2 of his last 3 months, he's looked great. But I would also look at that as there's like such a little chance that this version of Jarren Duran is going to have a great July right now, especially when you look at what's around him. Like everybody after the series loss, they have the looks on their faces like the season just ended. I mean, it's over, but like it's actually like they just lost game 163 back in the day, where it's like, wow, we really just blew our whole year. That's kind of where they're at, and there's still 84 games to go. With Jarren, I don't know who I'm looking at. I don't know who this guy is, because understandably, he's not what he was 2 years ago. I think we all know that. But just looking up some of the simple stats, because with 2 outs, man, it feels like he ends every inning. He's hitting 145 with 2 outs this season. He's striking out 42% of the time in those situations. You just, in your brain, when these guys come up with in 2 out runners in scoring position situations, you kind of already know how that script is going to go. And I don't know if anybody else, more than Jarren, I'm more aware of how that's going to go. He's under 200, and it's June 24th. On this date, the last 2 years, in 2024, he was hitting 293 on June 24th. Last season, 257. This year, 199. It's just, it sucks. I mean, you guys are right. They missed the right time to deal him. Obviously, I was team keep him here. He's got to build around somebody, but now you can't even build around him. And
I think even comparing Duran's stats to where he was a year ago, like that doesn't even fill the context. Like we're talking about a guy who's one of the worst hitters in the sport. There's no other way to frame it right now. 4th in WRC plus of any hitter. Same for batting average. 3rd worst OBP at 258. All that
Did
talk
you delete
about lefties.
that tweet, T?
No, it should still be up there.
He just has 100 a day.
Yeah.
I'm looking
even
like after that Friday game, and I don't see it.
Was today, wasn't it? Or yesterday?
No, it was yesterday.
Yeah.
And all the, he
After
got
they
so
won?
offensive in spring training about lefties. He's worse against lefties this year than he was last year. It's now down to 570. The chase percentage is down to the 19th percentile, 4th percentile whiff percentage. The way we talk about Ceddanne Rafaela and the plate concerns that exist with him are almost to that degree with Jarren Duran right now as a
Much
baseball
worse.
player. And I think that's why with Duran and where he's at, even last year, and this is a big issue with how people talk about him. He had one great month last year, and it was July. In March and April, he was a 108 WRC plus, and then 112 in August. Every other month, he was below league average. And then you had that huge month of July, which kind of lifted a lot of his stats. The 2024 version of Jarren Duran hasn't existed a long time. The rest of baseball realizes that. There's one guy in Craig Breslow who thinks nobody else is able to look at splits or able to decipher a player is at that point. And that's the big problem. You're outthinking the room here, and now you've sat on it so long that it turned into a pumpkin. Like, good for you. It's just a mismanagement of assets.
Even what Steve said, like being there were plenty of logical reasons to keep him, but they didn't build the team around that mindset either. They just they were like, man, if we don't turn the steering wheel, we're going to crash into that wall. And no one grabbed the steering wheel. They just were like, surely something's going to happen. Because even if you trade him right now, like who is playing in the outfield? Is Nate Eaton just an everyday player? Like, it's not like there's anyone.
I don't think it
he's
matters
been better
at that point.
No, it doesn't matter at all. But it's also
I'd be
just
fine
like
with it.
there's no one like, oh, we have to clear space for like if Campbell were hitting like 450 at AAA, then it's a different. That's not happening. Like there isn't anyone like, oh, we need to get this guy those spots. It makes way more sense to just let him play it out.
I mean, so for me, there's obviously a lot of like hindsight and revisionist history with the Duran trade, don't trade situation. I get the Red Sox logic. It's like, all right, yeah, like we have a dude that could be a 7-8 win player. We're not paying him what that's worth in this market. So hang on to him. Like they believe that he could just be that guy. And even when he came back, because he was on crutches, right, in 2023. And yeah, like that year, even in the fraction of the season that he did play in 2023, like he was kind of that guy. Like he was just like a doubles machine, and he was doing the whole like, dumping the ball into the outfield and just sprinting and turning it into a double.
He
like
was going to lead the league in doubles. Yeah.
But even that stuff wasn't super sustainable once outfielders became aware. Like once they are aware that you were trying to take an extra bag every time, it is not an easy thing to
He was still doing it for a while.
Yeah, it lasted that year.
He did it that year, and he did it in 2024.
Yeah.
That was like a big year, and then parts of 2025. But then this year, it's just been the month of May, great, and then everything outside of that has been bottom of the barrel. And but again, like I said this earlier, I think we're at the part of the season, or at least from like where the team stands, where there's no use in blaming individuals for where they're at. Like this is just a total combined clusterfuck dumpster fire. And I don't know, so basically I was talking to Will Fleming earlier after the game, and I was like, the way that I view this team is that talent-wise, they're not as bad as their record would tell you, but I think like passion and talent and grit and balls is reflective of where they're at record wise. Like, I don't think that they have, like, I know that Wilson Contreras at one point was trying to do the whole, like, oh, it's us against the world. No one believes in us. It's like, no, we believe in you. You're great. But everyone else has not done anything worth writing home about. Wilyer Abreu, I think, is having a good season, but I think a lot of us were like, yeah, like this could be like a 30 home run guy. Like I think Wilson Contreras is having the season that we fantasized about Wilyer Abreu having. And then, yeah, there was just no steps forward from anyone, at least on the position player side. Like, I think, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But not enough to be like a centerpiece, carry the team kind of guy. Like, he's doing exactly what we had hoped that he would do. But even at what we believed Ceddan's peak was, that's not like he's the guy kind of player. You need guys like Ceddan, don't get me wrong, like very good player, but like he's not going to be the guy where you look at it and say, when Ceddan goes, the Red Sox go. Like he's a good player on a good team.
Yeah, I think with Ceddan too, if you look underneath the hood, there's a lot of things there that are very troubling. The luckiest hitter in baseball graphic came out. I believe TJ Stats had it, and he was the 4th luckiest hitter in the sport at the moment. So that's not saying Rafaela isn't, having a better season than what was last year, but I do think there's some doubts there. But I do think the Duran stuff, when you go back to the offseason, a lot of it was up in the air because they thought they were signing another free agent hitter. Once they weren't able to sign another free agent hitter, they doubled down on keeping Duran. It now became a necessity because you needed what you considered another bat on top of Wilson Contreras. At that point, you play the game whether Duran or Paredes would have been the right fit offensively for where you're at. Sure, you can have that conversation a million times. And according to Red Sox stats, at least this month, it's still been discussed. It's still existing out there, even though that's a scary reality. But I think that is, at the roots of so many of the things that got miscalculated over the winter.
Yeah, but you can calculate everything perfectly on Kalshi. Because there you are trading against peers in a live market, meaning that there's no house. And as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. And for a limited time, download the Kalshi app. Use the promo code SECTION10 to get $10 when you trade 10. That's Kalshi, Kalshi. Trade on anything. This series, I feel like there's been so many. Like I want to say we put out an episode called Rock Bottom like a month and a half ago. Like I feel like they have reached.
That's
so
also
many
been a
rock
tradition
bottoms.
the last couple of years. There's like a Rock Bottom episode every May, so that's fun.
But I feel like when we put out a Rock Bottom episode, kind of what we're saying is like the season's over. It can and will get worse from here. But like this is like if there's a rock bottom, you're acknowledging like this team don't got it, and we found that out in April. Like that this team doesn't have it, and they've continued to prove that. And I think the scariest part, or maybe not, maybe it's not scary to anybody. If you're a 162 guy, girl, or gay, and you're watching this team every single night, and you've already come to the conclusion that it's over and it's been over, then the reality that after the trade deadline, when Sonny Gray goes somewhere and maybe Wilson Contreras, someone blows you away for him, and a Chapman's gone, and maybe someone calls on Whitlock or whomever, it's only going to get worse. But I think after you sell off pieces and wave the white flag, it really doesn't matter. Like we're already sitting through one of the worst. I think the only team that has a worse winning percentage than the Red Sox is the Rockies. Yeah. As of this recording, the Red Sox are tied with the San Francisco Giants for the second worst winning percentage in baseball at .410. And the Rockies, who they are tied with in the win column, they have 3 more losses, are the only team in baseball with a worse winning percentage than the Boston Red Sox. So
that sums up the feeling where it's like there's no team in baseball right now with less wins than the Red Sox. This isn't like at home or in May. It's just in baseball. There's no team with less wins than the Sox.
No, and I was talking to Rockies Ben about this, and I said it's, he was trying to say like, the Rockies are an embarrassment. This, and I was like, sure, but you could make the case that the Red Sox tried way harder to have a winning season this year than the Rockies did, and to be tied in the win column, it's way more embarrassing for the Red Sox. Like the Rockies are openly
They've
mocked.
never had a rotation with the talent you have this year alone.
No.
In like franchise history. Your rotation right now would be the greatest rotation that team has ever seen.
Yeah. It's way more embarrassing to be the Boston Red Sox because you actually tried And in doing so, your projections had you as a mid-90s win team. And here you are with one team in all of baseball that's been worse than you, and it's the fucking Rockies, man. Like, that's bad. So all that to say, when they do sell, because we'll get to the Breslow comments and all that. I don't care what Sam says. I don't care what Breslow says. I don't care what anyone involved with the Boston Red Sox says from now until the actual trade deadline is completed. I don't buy it. They're going to move pieces. Like, there's no way, like, because this would have been the stretch, right? This stretch right here would have been the one where they fooled themselves into thinking that they had a chance. It's like, oh, we have all, like, the way that the schedule lines up for the next couple weeks here is going to put us in a position to where we can get hot and fool people into thinking that, oh, we've turned a corner here. Like, you can't even beat the fucking Rockies, dude. Blow it up. Like, what are we talking about? Like, start selling tomorrow morning. Like, why wait until we get to mid or late July? Start making the moves now and set the market. I've been saying this for weeks to be the team that sets the market. I do not understand, like, when Craig Breslow will come out and say, well, you know, we can still go on a run here. And if we go on a run, like, you know, the league is this and that, and we can get back in it. And it's not about it's not about what the record is. It's about how many games back and where we are within. It's like, dude, you're the worst fucking team in the league. You're the worst team in the league.
Well,
like, it's way too smart of a fan base to spew that bullshit. Coley,
we're 6th in run differential in the American League, Jared.
Dude, someone tried to fucking tweet me that tonight, and I snapped.
I don't know if you've seen it.
I snapped. Someone was like, yeah, dude,
haven't
it's
seen
people
it.
like you that don't understand baseball, like how baseball fundamentally works. Like, look at their run differential. I was like, I don't give a fuck.
I was
about their run
dying at,
differential.
like, get a load of this guy from Underdog talking about the Red Sox being bad. I'm like, gee, this guy's got some catching up to do.
Yeah. I was like, listen, buddy, because I used to get mocked by Felger all the time because I would bring up run differential, but those would be in years where it's like, all right, the Red
We're in
Sox have
second place.
Yeah, it's like they have like a plus fucking 85 run differential, and then the team in first place was at like plus 36. And it's like, the Red Sox are clearly the better team. They're going to catch that team in front of them, and then we'll see what happens. And there would still be 4 months to go. We're basically at the halfway point, and it's like, okay, like, your run differential isn't horrendous, but like, your team is. Like, are you watching the games, or are you just looking at the fucking box scores and looking at the run differential? Like,
it's how your team's constructed. If you're a team that pitches well and plays a lot of low scoring games, guess what? It's going to be pretty close throughout a majority of the year. You're in all of these games. That's partially what makes it even more painful to watch them on a daily basis right now. Because in a lot of these games, you are there until the 5th, 6th, 7th inning. It's just whether you can do just enough offensively to get there. I do think, though, with the trade deadline and a lot of those conversations, I do wonder how much of it is going to revolve around job security for Craig Breslow, because until he knows he's secure beyond the year, a lot of the times you're going to keep pushing to the trade deadline and holding out hope, especially if you think this is your last leg to stand on or this is all you have. The question just becomes, once you get to that point, do they tell him this is what it is? You have to do this, and there's really no other way around it. If that's the case, you're kicking the can down the road, but you're probably prioritizing having what you consider like a legit infrastructure heading into the draft and all these things coming up in the next couple months.
The run differential thing is honestly funny to me, and I look at it every day. I'm not going to lie. It's not a way to like prove that they can be better. It's a way to continue to prove how stupid this roster is. Because if you're this bad, if no team in baseball has fewer wins than you, and you only have a -7 run differential with this rotation, that just proves you have one of the worst lineups the Red Sox have ever put together in the franchise's history. That's all that means. And so if it stays this way, I kind of hope it stays this way, honestly, just to keep furthering that point to Breslow. Craig's got it. I mean, I'm not going to lie. When I read the quotes, they're not surprising. I think a lot of people were like, oh my God, like, I can't believe he said that. I so can believe he said that. If you're a guy that's going to lose your job and you're a dead man walking, all you have to say is, come on, guys, like, we can turn this around if we just stack some wins. This lineup can't stack wins. No. One thing I realized, and it's not like it took me this series to realize it. I had this figured out a little bit before this, but I can't remember a Red Sox lineup where I don't know that we're at the top of the lineup. I never know when we're at the leadoff guy. And this series is perfect for that. You got Nate Eaton and Mickey Gasper. I'm like, I guess we're at the top of the lineup. I guess this is run scoring time, guys. I didn't really know this is what I should expect the runs to go up, but apparently that's where we're at. So it's just so frustrating, man. I mean, I don't know. It goes from frustrating to sad to just kind of like funny at a certain point. Like I'm almost not super pissed today. When it was happening, it was more like, okay, yeah, that would happen where Marcelo would bobble a ball when he's, nails defensively, and then they just give up 3 runs immediately. So I don't know. The Craig comments, I know a lot of people made a lot out of him, but as long as he's here, he's going to keep talking like this. That's not going to change.
Unless
he's
you tell him he's safe. Unless you tell him he's safe. He's a logical man.
Guess.
I think if you tell him he's safe, then you're going to see a different approach, because then you're trying to save your job for the following year. You need to start getting ready for that at that point. I just think at this point in time for Craig Breslow, the way people are talking in this industry, whether it's Sean McAdam or the national guys, even someone like Robert Murray, who's like, once you get to the offseason, there's going to be some really hard conversations that are going to happen. You don't know. And like, this is the world where you're going to live in, where ownership, you better know what you want to do or where you're going, but they're extremely reactionary. And I think Craig Breslow knows that. And you hope you get hot like you do, just like Buster Posey said with the Giants. Like, I keep hoping we're going to win 8 or 9 out of 10 and we're going to get right back there. It's like, sure, you can keep hoping, but eventually reality should hit you in your face that you couldn't just handle business against the Rockies. Talk about being allergic to momentum. You haven't won 2 series in a row since the beginning of April with the Cardinals and the Brewers series. If you can't do it after somehow finding a way to take 2 out of 3 from the Mariners, who played like dog shit against you. The Rockies in this series played like dog shit against you. That Garrett Whitlock 8th inning was unreal in the first game of them just running into outs, trying to bail you out. And I love how in this third game, we could talk Marcelo Meyer. Anthony Siegler's error was just as as bad. It cost you just as much for Ranger Suarez in that inning. And he had just moved over there because Durbin went down. But you had so many dumb moments that happened in this third game alone. You can count 5 or 6 of them on your hand. You could talk about Siegler and Meyer, Wilyer Abreu dropping a liner hit at his fucking head, Andrew Monasterio, the cutoff in the 8th inning in front of Meyer, and then just doing a flip like you're playing MLB The Show. Like, Monasterio had 2 balls in this game that just got by him. Just they were hit somewhat hard, but he could have
a ball
fielded
that was going to be an out at second when he was 3 feet away from Marcelo. I have no idea what he's doing there. But T, let's be real though. This starts with Durbin, and I know it's a little indirect here, and Caleb's been hitting 500 and all that, but him idiotically diving into first base takes him out of the game. You put Siegler to third, you put Marcelo to short, and then he bobbles the ball, and they give up 3 runs. Now, obviously, it made sense to have Marcelo at shortstop, but anyone else in that position,
I don't know.
I
don't know how much you could talk about Marcelo making sense at shortstop, because he's not playing a good shortstop this year. That is the truth to the equation. He's not
for the
playing good
options
shortstop.
they have, I'm not going to be like, oh God, why are they putting Marcelo at short after Caleb comes out of that game to move Siegler to third? But either way,
you have to deal with
dumb
what you have
stacked on top of dumb, and that's what this series was. And credit to the guys in the post game with TC and Lenny there, who looked like they both wanted to blow their brains out. But I've never seen TC want to kill himself more. I mean, after game 1, like Lenny, by the way, I think is always kind of spitting facts. There's very few times I disagree with Lenny, and I was agreeing with everything he was saying in game 1. And TC was doing that thing. I think we're all guilty of this at times. Well, we'll disagree with someone, even if we know they're right. We're just pissed off, so we're just going to disagree with them. And Tom was doing that in game 1. He's like, no, it's not even that. It was the classic, like, it's not even that. It's that they can't do anything. And like, they got to be better than this. I'm like, wow, TC's losing his fucking mind right now. But I don't blame him. I mean, they just kept stacking stupid shit on top of each other this entire series to the point where it's like, do you guys know who you're playing right now? Like, this is the Colorado Rockies, who are one of the dumbest and most inept teams in the history of this game, who to the point, like, their fans accept it. They know what they're getting when they show up to the games. They're like, let's take some pics with Dinger and let's get some blue moons and let's go home. And we're going to watch these guys lose. Like, that's accepted. And so it's almost like their fans were surprised that they won the series at the end. It's like, I guess we got the lead here. The diving into first base thing, and Caleb said it after the game too. He's like, yeah, I know, I probably shouldn't have done it. It was heat of the moment, so I won't do that again for a while. How about never? Like, how do these guys still do this? Just never dive into first and lose all over it. And I agree, like, never dive into first base. There's no scenario where you should do that. These guys should be, like, fined for diving into first base. But a bunch of dumbs for a team in their defense that has not been as stupid as past years.
Yeah, I feel bad crapping on Durbin too much when we were all applauding Rafaela for doing the same thing like 10 days ago and be like, look at the hustle. Like, look at him going all out in that moment to make sure he scored. Jake Bennett shoved. Sonny Gray shoved. Ranger Suarez deserved better. It was a good start, deserved better if his defense actually learned how to play baseball. you get that kind of pitching, and you look at the offense to score the amount of runs you did in this series. Like the first game, or 2 runs on that. Game 2, you look at 5 runs, a little bit better. And then even today, you end up getting up to 6. In Colorado, with what you have invested, you would hope that your team can have a massive series against one of the worst pitching staffs in the sport. You should be teeing off against a team like the Rockies. And yeah, 5 runs in the second game, a bit better. The third game, you get 6. But even the 6 runs you got in the third game, they gifted you. They helped you with that Ceddanne Rafaela free triple right immediately at the beginning of the game. Like, you were still being handed gifts because the Rockies are that bad of a team. It's just, you look as stupid and as clueless as the Rockies do. The only difference is you're spending like triple on your payroll right now. And that's just that's a depressing world to live in.
It's such a good rotation, dude. It's what pisses me off the most. Like every time I look at the probables, I'm like, I'm liking the Sox, and then I just remember what their lineup looks like when they tweet that out a couple hours before the game. I'm like, okay, I like the other team. I like the team that's playing the Sox. Like they're and Gray is so close to qualifying for ERA, but the Sox should have, I think he's like 5 outs away or something like that. That's something that T would know. They should have 2 of the top 5 or top 6 starters ERAs in the American League, and Ranger Suarez and Sonny Gray, and that is without the runner-up for the Cy Young Award. And you still got Peyton Tolley at 308 and Connolly Early with a 364. These guys, in terms of earned runs per start that they allow, Suarez 1.8, Sonny Gray 1.7, Peyton Tolley 2, Connolly Early 2.2. I had mentioned it last show, but it's like, it is true. If you're a starter on the Red Sox, you can't feel like you can even give up 2 runs and get a win. You have to keep it 1 or below, or else you're not going to get that W. And obviously, it's well documented, the 6+ innings thing, but it's just so frustrating. They gave up 3 earned runs combined, their starters in this series, and you lost the series where you put up, like T's saying, 5, 6, and then 2 should have been enough in game 1.
You look at since the day Crochet went down, they're 4th in baseball in ERA.
It's crazy.
They can pitch. Jerry.
There was that video of Garrett Cole like eating a snack in the dugout, and I tweeted it and said that he was a fatty, and some Yankee fan responded and was like, he would be the best pitcher in your rotation. I was like, ERA wise, he'd be like 4th or 5th in this rotation, and it's true. Like that's not even a chirp. Like the rotation's been outstanding. If you told me that, going into the month of July, that Garrett Cole, if he was on the Red Sox, would be the 5th starter of this team, I'd be like, so we're up by how many games in first place? Yeah. And man,
it's why I think there's just that natural for like, oh, this team sucks, this team blows. It's like, I can't even just say that because that's not telling the story. Like they have one of my favorite rotations of my life, and yet I've had the least fun watching this team ever. That's the story. The story is like, how do you suck this bad when you're putting these guys out there every single night? It's not like you're waiting. So many Sox teams in our lifetime, we're waiting to get back to the guy that's going to like reset the rotation. Be like, all right, he'll get us on track. I feel like that every night that guy can get him on track. And it doesn't matter. It's so frustrating when this happens every single day.
Game 1 and 2, like Feltner and Sullivan were begging you the entire game to put up more runs early. They were walking more guys than they were striking out. And it was nice that you squeaked out a win in one of them, but it was late, and eventually you kind of got to their bullpen a little bit. But that was it. You could see that they were putting themselves in bad spots, and the Red Sox just couldn't capitalize again. So it's like, it's nice to get some runs later, but when a team like the Rockies, whose ERA is 5.48, it's more than half a run higher than any other team in the sport. You can't jump on that more. Eventually you get to a point, and now the bullpen ends up leaking. This is what happens. You don't take care of wins when you needed to earlier in the season. Things are going to go wrong. Other parts of your team are going to fail at some point, and that's why it feels so dire at a moment like this where, oh no, the bullpen ends up crapping out at the very end. Well, yeah, guess what? Because you had so many other games you should have won earlier in the year, maybe you could survive a couple. Now everything feels like a death blow, and it should. You're really
the
already
Rockies
dead.
have a 5.81 ERA at home this year.
Oh,
5.81.
That's why. It's like nice that you scored 5 runs. Like that's not. It's not impressive. You know what I mean? It's like the bare minimum in game 2.
And T, you probably noticed it, but Dave, when our guy Sean Sullivan came out, was like, oh, not that bad a start. I was like, he was awful. He walked 5 guys in 5 innings. He gave you a million chances to score. They stranded guys, I think, in every inning that he was in there. It's like, no, he was bad. You're just looking at the earned runs and not factoring in that we have one of the stupidest lineups ever assembled. If this is like any other team, that's 6 earned, maybe 7 earned. It was not a good start by any means from the Harwich Mariner. Jerry?
No, the only reason why the Rockies don't have the worst home ERA in baseball is because they're counting the 7,000 runs that the A's gave up in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe it, man. Do we want to talk about the Breslow quotes? Do you want to read those, Steve? Or do you have them in the manifesto,
Sure.
Steven?
Do you have all of them, T?
I do not have them in front of me.
Wow.
I found
The
that
top
impossible
one
to
I
do.
had is just, we'll be realistic and do what is best for the organization, as he goes on to say, but I still think that we're capable of playing better and stacking. I love stacking some wins. I'm like, oh, you just never done that together, and hope that we can do that in the coming days and weeks. How many times are we going to do the coming days and weeks thing? Because when Sam Kennedy said 2 weeks, they went 5-7 in those 2 weeks. And if you're keeping track at home, that's like exactly on par with their win percentage for the entire year, which is on pace to go 66 and 96.
So
the wins
my question would be, we know that their best winning streak all season is 3 straight. They've done that twice. What's their best 10-game sample? Like, what's their best stretch that they've ever?
I'd assume
that they could
7
put
and 3
together?
at some point.
Yeah,
You think they went 7-3 at one point?
6-4.
I'd be shocked if they went 7-3 in a 10-game span.
They had
There
to
might be
have
one.
thought about it.
Yeah, I'm sure
definitely
thought about
considered-
it, but then went 6-4.
Yeah, they,
Like, guys,
they
we can't
talked
be
about
going
it in the
7-3.
hitters meeting, and then they went out there and went 6-4.
It probably is 6-4. I'm not. Let me see.
Yeah, I wish that there was an easier way to search that up. Like, what's the best 10-game stretch of the season this year?
Have they had like a 5-5 stretch?
I think that they've done that.
Oh, surely.
We don't really know that.
No, I can't confirm it.
I can't
No.
confirm or deny any of this, but I'm just gonna say yes for 5-5.
Yeah.
They were 4-1 from May 4th through May 8th.
That's
Yeah, we're halfway there.
This is how
He had a
bad
loss
this team
on
is.
May
We're like,
10th.
they had a 4-1 stretch at one point.
Yeah,
Like
And
they
they
were
were playing
hot,
some
dude.
800 ball.
Yeah, they were hot.
5-3
for like 2/3 of a week.
He's looking like
Yeah.
it's 6-4.
It gets bad every time.
It might be 6-4. I'm not seeing a 7-3 jumping out here.
And we haven't found a 6-4 either, so it could be 5-5.
But they're going to stack some wins, and they're going to go out and train for
stacking.
a real good bat. Yeah.
That'll fix it.
I
That's
found a
also-
6-4, so we do have
Oh,
that.
wow.
Okay, when was that?
April 7th to April 7th to 17th, 6-4.
They
So it
were
was in
cruising.
April. So their best
Yeah,
their
the
best
6th
stretch
to
was
17th.
before the firings.
Yep, a week before.
I also don't know if you guys saw. It's possible Major League Baseball has once again switched out the baseballs. So the offense is, again, possibly still not that great, even with fucking lacrosse balls that everyone's just pelting out of the.
I saw
Stadium.
Ronnie was doing an examination in the dugout. Yeah, he was trying to get to the bottom of that situation, and yeah, I don't know, man.
Those June balls aren't working. They're 24th
Listen.
in batting average, 26th in OBP, 22nd in slug, 23rd in OPS, and 24th in homers.
It coincides exactly with when Caleb Durbin
Durbin.
remembered how to be a baseball player. So it's like, oh, that actually explains it. That makes a lot of sense.
I will say, just speaking of Major League Baseball and the baseballs,
Mm.
this might be the most stunning tweet in MLB account history, and I think I'm the only one that's going to say this, but I looked at this for like 20 minutes. The Red Sox game was going south, and I'm like, I can't be reading this right. They just gave away a baseball today. It's just a plain Major League Baseball.
Pretty
And the
good.
caption, this is something like Coley would do as like a joke. This pearly white baseball needs a new home. Repost and reply for your chance to win. No purchase necessary. Enter by midnight. They have a link for the rules. I'm like, this can't just be a baseball, right? From
It's
the
just
league
a
account.
baseball.
It's just a baseball.
They just put it in an envelope and
Isn't
mail it right
this-
to your house.
They're just giving away a ball.
It's a good looking ball, Steve.
I
It
mean,
does
it's a
look
good
like a-
baseball. Yeah.
Undeniable.
Isn't that
baseball.
stunning? It's not like a Shohei hit or like a game. It's just a ball.
You know, I think you're being an asshole.
I'm not trying. This is an account I love. I love at MLB. They're big Section 10 people.
I would.
I
love
more
the-
just
the
couldn't believe
baseball.
that they just gave away a ball.
MLB, if you're listening, I want a baseball.
Do you
Yeah.
want this ball?
It
I
could be
want
any
someone
ball.
else to have that one. I don't want to take away from the competition, but I do want a baseball. If they
Okay.
want to give me one.
What is
Okay.
it on top of?
This pearly white
This is
baseball
in
needs a new
New York
home.
City.
Repost and reply for your chance to win. No purchase necessary. It's just a baseball. Is anyone in the comments being like, it's just a ball?
There's a lot. I couldn't believe the comments. They were all like, "Oh, could use that." I'm like, "It's just a ball, guys."
It's just a ball.
So you're telling me there's a chance? I'm like, guys, there are thousands of these things.
You're giving away a baseball. It's got to cost more to ship than the price of a baseball.
Would be nice to give to my niece's son who loves baseball and is 8 years old. Like you could do that, man. You can absolutely.
I will say, anytime I've done giveaways on mine or on the Section 10 account, that move does get me most times. When it's like my niece or my grandson loves the game, I'm like, I'll probably send you the ball, honestly.
You're giving away a plain baseball that people can buy for a couple of bucks. Actually, they're not that cheap. They're probably like $25.
30. Yeah, guess the price of Major League Baseball.
$29.99.
T.
$15.99.
No, definitely not.
It's got to be higher than that.
It shouldn't be.
Is this like a baseball you go to like Dick's and buy, or like?
No need for profanity, man.
Sorry,
Fuck is wrong with you?
my apologies.
Jose wants the ball. He said he needs this baseball in his life.
Jose, can you quote tweet that? Just be like, I would love this ball.
Yeah.
I just responded.
Oh man,
I might get in on the action.
I crave this ball.
I have to have this baseball.
This ball is calling to me like the sirens of the sea. I must. I'm going to New York tomorrow to get this ball.
Yeah. You're like, you know what? If you pick me, I'll travel to where you are so you can not ship it.
Save on postage.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a baseball is so common that it's like, where do you even go to? Okay.
It's a good ball.
Maybe there is something special about it, and they're just not telling you.
Well,
until
now
you
it's going to
actually
be
get
like
it.
the ball that Major League Baseball gave away, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think they can probably authenticate it as that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Like,
us
this is
talking
the
about it for
ball.
this long, I think gives it a little more value, maybe.
I think so.
It's the nicest ball I've ever seen.
Not sure what this is for, but I'll take it.
Coley, you can't even say that. You can't see the back of it. You don't know.
I don't need to turn my whores around to know I want to bang them.
This is classic trickery. I bet the back of that baseball is fucking ruined.
It's a gun.
Yeah, it's all marked up. There might be slurs on the back of it. I don't know. None of us.
I will say it's hard to track down like exactly where to buy a Major League Baseball. Like when you type that in, you get a lot of different options. So we're going off the one on Amazon.
You can go on
being-
Dick's.
I think I have one right here.
We're going by Dick's.
I'm on
Go
Shields.
Dick's. Yeah,
All right, Dick's
look at
Major
Dick's.
League Baseball.
Just type in Dicks.com and then
And then just search baseball.
search Major League Baseball. Yeah.
This is harder than you'd think.
Is Dicks.com what I think it is? Let's see. Dicks.com.
Big
It goes
move.
to Dick's Sporting Goods.
That's
that's
pretty
what they
big
bought
for
it.
them.
I think they
That's
bought it a
bullshit.
while ago.
They had to have, man.
Being like, all right, we get it.
Yeah, if you type in Dicks.com, it's going to
And
take you to
Major
Dick's
League
Sporting.
Baseball.
Yeah.
I got
There's-
$24.99.
Dude, we're still in the middle of guessing the price, T.
Oh.
Jesus.
Wait, who else was supposed to guess?
Well, you can guess, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't guessed.
Official league. Do they have a
Dude,
Major
this is
League
so
Baseball?
hard to find a Major
Oh,
League
yeah.
Baseball.
Yeah, it's right
Where
here.
did
It's right on fucking Dicks.com. It's $24.99. Rawlings MLB official game baseball with display case is $24.99.
Feels
Oh,
about
the
right.
display case is jacking that price up.
But in fairness, I've never
They're always in a
seen a
case.
Major League Baseball for sale not in a display case.
When we were growing up, they used to be in more of like a Rawlings
wraps.
paper, like a paper one, almost like
Yeah.
a cardboard one,
Uh-huh.
a cardboard box.
Oh,
yeah.
you're right. Yeah, you would
Yeah.
pop the top open, but the front would be open. Yep, you're right.
And I'd always
Steve.
try to get Nomar to sign those. Yep, for the 1,000th time.
Quick timeout from Section 10 to talk about our friends at Blue Moon. Man, did I enjoy some Blue Moons on the flight to Arizona and back. Actually had to put a Blue Moon on my head on the flight back. But I mean, Blue Moon's like your best friend. They're always there for you no matter what the occasion. And no baseball date is complete without Blue Moon Belgian White. Born at a ballpark 30 years ago at the Sandlot Brewery in Denver, Colorado, Blue Moon's bold flavor, bright explosion of color, and iconic orange slice ritual guarantees a one-of-a-kind beer drinking experience year-round. And for those occasions when you want a lighter option, tea, reach for a Blue Moon Light and only 95 calories and 3.6 grams of carbs per 12-ounce serving. It's a refreshingly light alternative beer brewed with real tangerine peel. And if you're looking for a great tasting non-alcoholic beer, well, you can try Blue Moon non-alcoholic, still made with Valencia orange peel and coriander with just 80 calories. Great for when you want to hold the alcohol, but not the flavor. Speaking of Blue Moon, the McMahon and T will be on The Views, which is also a Blue Moon presentation. Nesson, Friday night, Sox Yanks. We got Stevie P and Mikey at Fenway shooting content. And then the rest of the fellas will be at Nesson for unobstructed views. And we'll have a nice giant case of Blue Moon next to us for once that bludgeoning wraps up. Blue Moon Light, a wheat beer from Blue Moon with exceptional taste and only 95 calories. Blue Moon Belgian White. Brightly brewed with Valencia orange peel and iconically garnished with an orange slice. Get Blue Moon Light delivered by visiting get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared for delivery options. That is get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared. Blue Moon, made brighter, celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Suck one. Rally caps. Lucky Sox never stepping on the old foul line. Baseball is full of superstitions we hope give us an edge. I miss Nomars. You know what I mean? Little toe tap. Little glove fixer, you know what I mean?
I was
Jerry?
thinking about
line.
maybe doing like a Nomar shirt at some point.
Why not?
Why
at this
not
point,
us? Yeah.
Any shirt that's not related to this team, I am fully down for.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, folks. Most of it that I just mentioned, it's just luck. That's how I used to feel about hair growth products until I found Nutrafol. Let's be real. Baseball hats are great on game days, but they're not meant to be a full-time solution. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand and the official hair growth partner of Major League Baseball. Nutrafol's hair growth supplements are physician-formulated, clinically tested, and NSF certified for sport. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach, folks. Nutrafol has formulas for men at every single age. There's Nutrafol Men for guys 18 to 49 to help grow thicker, fuller hair in 3 to 6 months. And Nutrafol Men 50+, you guessed it, it's for dudes over the age of 50. You probably think that's where we're at, T. Adding Nutrafol to your daily routine is easy. Order online, no prescription needed, with automated deliveries and free shipping to keep you, my friend, on track. Plus, with Nutrafol, you can save up to 20% and get added perks to support your hair health journey. Find out why Nutrafol is the only hair growth supplement brand trusted by the old Major League Baseball. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you visit Nutrafol.com and enter promo code, you guessed it, Section 10. That's Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code Section 10. Now back to Section 10.
Yep, you're right.
You ever get a Nomar
24.
auto at the game? Did you get autos at the game or not really?
I got Nomar to sign my 2010 World Series ticket in Arlington.
He didn't play in that one.
No, but he was there
what's-
for ESPN.
What were you doing there?
Just fucking hanging out. I saw the Giants win the World Series. I was at Game 5 of the 2010
what?
World Series in Texas.
He's
Yeah.
a big Pablo guy. You wanted to support him.
Did
I
you
didn't
have
know that.
anything
That's
else
such
to
a
sign?
random fact. I didn't know that.
He's brought this
Yeah.
up before.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Why
I
were you
saw, because we had one of my buddies. So like the Red Sox had like the Red Sox Nation governors. Remember that?
Yeah.
So I was the Red Sox Nation governor of Massachusetts, and the Red Sox Nation governor of Texas worked for American Airlines, and he put me on his buddy pass because I would go to Texas every time the Red Sox were in Texas, and I would stay at his place. And me and my buddy Mike, we were just like, let's go to the World Series. Like, we've never been to a World Series game before. And we were like, all right, well, Game 5 is probably the least desirable. Like, no one's going to clinch in 5. Like, no one's going to be like, all right, yeah, they've got this in 5. So we just bought Game 5 of the World Series tickets, and it ended up being the clincher, and we were there for it.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
I was wearing a Giants t-shirt with a Rangers jersey over it, just in case.
Like,
I
got
will be
both sides
winning
covered.
today. I don't care about anyone
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, I'm not leaving without a W. Like, mark my words. Yeah, I want to say it was Cliff Lee versus Tim Lincecum, maybe?
Oh,
Nice.
Big dealing.
Yeah.
prime Tim Lincecum. You got to see him in person.
I saw Brian
Wilson.
Wilson close out the
Yeah,
World
didn't Wilson
Series
go like,
and then
"Ah,
did a show
do
with
his
him
thing"?
7
What did
years
Wilson
later.
do when he won? Yeah, he goes like,
What did he do? Wasn't he naked recently in like the back of a
I'm
video?
sure. Very high
Like
odds.
do
dick
that.
out.
That was like
And what is with you
2009,
tonight,
T.
man?
Was it that old?
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
a lot of dicks.
I got
And it
meat
wasn't
on
him.
mine.
It was Pat Burrell in the background.
So Brian Wilson wasn't the naked one.
No, it was Pat
Very
Burrell and a
racist
gimp.
of you.
He'd be high on my naked list.
Who?
He was a good-looking dude.
Brian Wilson?
Yes.
Can you expand on
The
high
dick
on the
is in.
naked list? What does that mean?
Yeah.
The
You know,
dick is-
dudes that I'm not saying I'm rooting for them to be naked, but like if they were naked, like the situation could be worse.
I thought you were about to say the situations on my list.
It did seem like it was trending that way.
Prime,
Yeah.
prime situation.
Yeah.
Like we talk in 2010, like he's off like 10 oxy. We're
I
thinking
think
about
I
it.
think he was still
I'm
like in
trying to
his
see that
physical
dick.
prime in like 2010. Yeah.
I loved Brian Wilson. Oh,
Great guy. He's a very unique individual.
I
Say
feel
the
like he
least.
would be like Dallas.
They're very much alike. They're best friends. Do you not know this?
No,
Do you not know that I did a show with Brian Wilson and Dallas Braden? And that's where we started.
I remember starting 9, but I only remember it as you and
That's-
Dallas.
You
It
nailed
was a show called Starting Nine, and it was a digital baseball show. We did like the
Mhm.
top 9 baseball highlights of the night, and
I like that show a lot.
And
It was a
I
great show.
did as much as I could to ruin it.
Yep.
Was this wasn't the Morningwood Snapchat series?
No, that was 2020.
Okay,
This was
I remember
2017.
that. Was there a version of Starting 9 that existed without Brian?
Yep. You're
Yeah,
on
I
it.
think-
It only existed with him for a
No,
brief
I
amount
mean
of time,
just
right?
with you and Dallas.
Like
Primarily,
like the video show.
yes.
Yeah, I think Brian only did it for like 1 year.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that might
Was
be
it even
why
that long?
I only remember it that way.
yeah. I mean, it was half a year because I didn't get to New York until July.
True.
So we did that show through 2017. Last time I saw Brian Wilson, he came on one of our live streams in 2020 for the Rays when the Rays walked off the Dodgers in the World Series. He was on that live stream with us. Have not seen him since.
Naked?
I think he was naked.
Yeah, they'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like he'd be in like the 100th percentile of naked in the clubhouse, like for the most amount of time, probably.
Who was telling me? I won't name names, but someone was telling me that a former Red Sox player in recent years loves walking around the clubhouse ass naked and like looking at himself to the point where guys are like, "Can you fucking put a towel?" Like, I'm sick of looking at your butt cheeks, man. Like, put a towel on or something. But-
Raffy. That's why they got him out.
yeah. Yeah, I could see it. I mean, that's
It's
clubhouse
not
culture.
that big, and you're not in great shape, man. Enough. Like, what is
Yeah.
going on here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Classic butt cheeks.
Telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Position player?
Yeah.
Raffy headphones on, no clothes is such a funny.
That is very
I
funny.
want to believe it's Masa.
What's the problem?
Yeah, shit, it would be very funny too. He's
Mhm.
eating, he's just getting crumbs like all over his skin.
Everywhere.
I said former.
Oh,
Yes, no, Raffy.
yeah. I was gonna.
I'm gonna go Kike Hernandez.
That would actually
Feels like a very key game.
be very true. Yeah, it's a good guess.
It's a good guess.
Julio just scraping that hog on the ground.
Good guess. Good guess. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Sucks.
What was your reaction to Friday/Monday's game? See?
Depression.
You
Just-
didn't laugh?
No.
Come
Because
on.
I really enjoyed the Jake Bennett portion of Monday.
That's
That
the
still
line
happens.
looks the
You still
same.
get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took me way too long to realize what you meant by Friday, Monday. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? All right. Yeah, right.
No, I figured out where he was. I thought Jake Bennett was absolutely incredible. And I'm telling you, that Savant page right now is fun. It is fun to look at. He was 100th
look.
percentile chase percentage. It's now 99th percentile. But a
See how
guy who's
fun this is.
371 ERA,
Getting worse.
262 FIP through 5 starts. He had 3 hard hit balls total. Suarez had 2 today, by the way.
Oh,
when
wow.
you talk about someone being unlucky. But there's a ton to like there. That
Ooh, that's
four-seamer.
bloody. Whoa.
Yeah. You guys have not been looking at the Twitter recently. Yeah, the
Me
four-seamer's
too.
really playing up in the big leagues, and he's riding it harder than ever. The usage on the year is 33%. It was 40% in this start. But he was pounding the zone like he usually does, and Whether you want to talk expected ERA, which focuses on batted ball data, 96th percentile, the chase percentage, 99th, ground ball, 94th percentile. He'd even used the curveball in this start, which people had been talking about a ton. 16 whiffs, 6 on the four-seamer, 5 on the change. And with the velocity ticking up, I think it's allowing that change to play in a way where it just didn't play that way before. And it seems like the sweeper's really starting to become something he likes a lot. But for Aroldis Chapman, and I will say, I think the way you guys were, or at least you, Jared, you kind of framed it like taking the suck off of him. The one before this, like that was as BABIP luck as anything I've ever seen. And he got screwed by Caleb Durbin just not going to catch that ball. Like that was not his fault. Even in this start, while he didn't, none of those baseballs were smoke. They all had like a 300-ish expected batting average. It was like, all right, like he got hit around. He was kind of working low in the zone and they jumped on it. But it was his first blown save since July 23rd last year, 29 consecutive saves. More than anything, it was like, all right, he was human for a night. I think that's okay because I have looked at Chapman. I don't think he is as nasty as he was a year ago. I know the stats resembled that, but the walks have been up this year, and I think he's just been a little bit luckier overall. And yeah, it was a tough and very upsetting night, but something that's right on brand with where the Red Sox are at. I just couldn't believe they got so lucky to escape the 8th. Like Whitlock should have been. Whitlock was not good in this series on Monday or Tuesday. Tuesday, he ends up giving up a home run in the 9th
Friday,
too.
Saturday.
What's today? Is today Sunday? Now you guys got my days all mixed up in my head. But yeah, like Whitlock was not very good in this series either. And man, for the Rockies to give you as many opportunities as they did, fucking unreal. Like just so early in that game, and then they're helping you late and you still can't finish it. You deserve what you get.
So many hits late in this series. I think, I don't know if I counted it right. It should be close enough. That from the 7th inning on, the Rockies got 18 hits in this series. 15 of them were singles. So I'm not going to say they were dinky dude. Like a lot of those were hit hard, like you're saying. But still, it's a lot of like keeping the line moving by a team that's never keeping the line moving. That's probably the thing that's so annoying. I couldn't believe the 8 straight thing. They kept saying it, and I'm like, there's just no way it's true. And I just didn't check it. So I'm like, I guess it's true. But yeah, that's just impossible to give up 8 straight hits to the Colorado Rockies. I couldn't believe it.
They were just running into outs. Like that 8th inning, it was one of the stupidest innings I've ever seen a baseball team play. Whether it was the Sen going home where Rafael ends up nailing the runner, or at third base where the guy, I think it was Harris at that time, ended up coming up on third base. And it was like, what are you even attempting to do? Like there is nothing. The runner is at third base and you are right on his ass. But whatever. At least game 2, you had Sonny Gray go out there and raise the trade value. That made me happy.
They're going to fuck that one up too. I just know it.
That contract situation's weird. And shout out to Tim Healy and Red Sox payroll who did the deep work, because it is a lot more confusing than any of us thought it was. And it's worse than any of us thought it was.
Hell yeah. That's what I like to hear.
We can paint the picture here a little bit. He ended up putting out a great thread. This is Red Sox payroll. And on his little doc right now, he has a breakdown for everyone who could be moved at the deadline, what the money would look like, and how it's going to work. But the cash St. Louis sent over, that $20 million, it doesn't transfer at all. So the $10 million buyout for 2027, it isn't prorated. So you add that to the 30% of the 2026, $31 million remaining on, his deal, and you get about $19 million in total. So it's going to be about a $19 million hit for whoever is getting to him at that point.
I didn't realize that Jake Bennett was his savant was that bloody. So
It's
according to
very
you, Tyler, Garrett Crochet is going to the bullpen when he comes back.
No. But
That's what you said.
I did not say that.
Oh,
All
you
I
didn't say
said
that?
is that Jake Bennett is showing qualities that if you want to move him in a trade, or maybe you want to move Connolly early in a trade, I think you can have those conversations. I think they're fair.
You think that?
What?
You could definitely trade Jake Bennett. I don't think anyone's arguing against
No.
that. Connolly early, I do think could be a potentially like sharp move if someone's willing to overpay.
100%.
Not in a rush to move him, but I've heard similar from other people just being like, hey, if some team like really overvalues him and is trying to give you the world, like Tolley's clearly already here. How do you feel about Irons? And like it could be a savvy move if he's just like a 4 the rest of his career. If you yourself think he's a 2 or a 3, you'd really have to be blown away to do that. I kind of feel similarly about the guy who plays right field. Like if someone was like, we're dying to overpay for Wilyer or Abreu, okay. I would accept that. I'm
The
not
issue
attached to
is-
really anyone on this team right now.
He's just closer to what you need right now than Connolly Early is per se. And I think for Connolly Early, like I like Connolly Early a lot. I love him.
Of course.
But Ranger Suarez is a better version of whatever you could have dreamed on. Peyton Tolley is that top of the rotation arm. You have Garrett Crochet there. It's like you probably want to add another righty to that group. If Jake Bennett ends up being a back end starter for you and what he's shown so far this year, I think there's a lot to like, especially the stuff we saw in that last stint in AAA. I'm open to it. I'm open to listening to those conversations because we were having over the offseason, we said you had to get rid of a starter. One of these guys was going to have to get traded. I know we're 3 months into this year and like a lot of people have enjoyed watching Connolly Early and Peyton Tolley, but I think there's a lot of things underneath the hood for Early that are concerning. Not saying he's not a good pitcher, but there's reasons why at times I think we've seen some of the bumps. And what does that look like even down the stretch this year? I'm curious how interested teams will be in him just because workload wise, he's probably going to hit a wall.
Well, it's also where like he is a rookie.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's like not everyone's rookie year looks as good as his had historically throughout the entire history of baseball. So is that fair to project to him when he's 27? No. But that's where it's like, all right, if there's too many holes for me to be like, I got to hold Connolly Early close to my chest. You can't move him. Like, no. And that's why I feel the same about Wilyer. If Rafael too, like I like both of those guys, all three of these guys. I like them a whole lot. This team blows. They're really bad.
Yeah, they're not untouchable. Like they're not in those tiers.
I really don't know that there's a single person I look at and I'm like, couldn't be blown away for an offer for this guy. Like they really are all on the block for me. All of them.
I just feel like if you're getting rid of Wilyer, then you're just chasing more offense that you're already lacking. I need to learn why this situation with Wilyer and righties is going on. Like it absolutely fascinates me that he is this good against lefties now and that he's hurt himself against righties. Maybe it all comes together. Right? Yeah, against right lefties? Now in terms of batting incredible. Average. But I need to figure out what is the way to fix this because it is somewhat infuriating. I won't lie.
Did you see the Bradfo tweet? I could not believe this, especially coming off of what Willier's been against lefties. He was saying that if it ended as it is right now for what his batting average is against lefties, being a lefty, it would be the second best lefty on lefty batting average in the history of the game. That's where he's at, only behind Ichiro in 2004, who hit 372 overall, and that's the best batting average anyone has had since 2004. So Cora was on here, and he said it, dude. Whenever he was on here in December, maybe I think it was December, where he was saying like, "Yeah, Wilyer, man, he's got it figured out against lefties. That's who I'm looking forward to this year." And I was like, I don't know about that. He absolutely has. I can't believe what he's doing against lefties. Of course, now you would want him to balance it out a little bit more, but would have never expected this was going to happen.
Yeah, this year, and this is where like you got to be a little realistic. He has a 456 BABIP against them right now, so that's definitely going to come down.
What's just his average against lefties?
Average, I think it's 398.
398.
Yep, 398. But this year he's a below league average hitter against right-handers. It's a 91 WRC plus.
And that's kind of why I'd be like, okay, like he's not 23. You know what I mean? Like we keep every offseason, I think the idea of Wilyer is better than the day-to-day of Wilyer. And of course he's an elite defender. That's part of the conversation too. Like that Gold Glove is his as long as he's going to be playing right field. But the offense is very, very streaky. So that's where it's just like, all right, it's baseball. So it's a lot of people, but this isn't a dependable power bat by any stretch.
To that point, Coley, you can only hang on to the idea for so long, and they can still hang on to Wilyer's idea, like the thought of what he can be, what the ceiling can be. You start moving a little too far down the line. I mean, we're seeing it right now with Jarren Duran, where it's like, okay, well, that window closed, and now you're not going to get anything for him. I mean, the glove speaks for itself. That one today, though, I mean, that ball was hit like 300 miles an hour, so I'm not really going to blame him on that. And he's still got an out on the play. I was surprised to see it, don't get me wrong, but like, the result might have still been the same. It might have still been a run and an out, or maybe not even. Yeah, would have been a catch and then maybe a run. But yeah, I think this would be the time probably to capitalize on Wilyer because I think he's always going to be this, which is still valuable. It's just you can get more valuable than he is.
He's 16th in F4 amongst outfielders.
Jared,
I couldn't see it. Your screen was blurry. Jared,
yes.
T, don't answer if you know the answer. What do you think Wilyer's BABIP is against lefties?
Well.
Do you know, T?
I gave the stat.
He just
He
said
let
it.
off with it.
No,
Well,
he said
Jared
his
was
batting.
searching
No, he
while
said
he
his
was doing
batting
it.
average.
No, he said
said his
Babbitt
Babbitt.
first.
He-
But
I
then
go, let's
Steve
not get
asked
too
after.
excited.
Well, it
here.
was wrong. You said he
Oh,
was
you-
hitting 398 against
Was he
lefties.
going
That's
off
not
the ref?
accurate.
Was
Okay,
he going
going
off
to
the
say
ref?
Jared.
that. I
Not
was
everybody
going-
has true media. Not everybody
Right,
has
so
it. So
you're
I'm working off
giving you're
fan
giving
graphs.
wrong information.
Are you
Where
going
do you
off
want
the
me to get
BREF
the up? Where do you want me to give the updated? Do I have true media? I
You-
don't. I'm
So you
looking at
say,
fan graphs.
so what you do is you say,
Steve,
Jared, can you get me the
Steve.
Steve?
T, are you going off a BREF?
I'm going off fan graphs.
And that doesn't have the finale?
No, it does not.
You
No.
got to say leading into the series finale, T. You're lying to everybody when you
right.
do that. You're
All right.
lying.
Hand up. I'll own it.
Do you want the real stats? Because I have those.
When T does this, he's not happy. I know when he's not happy right now.
Yeah, he's
Look.
mad, but it's like you
He's
gave
not happy.
people
He's right.
you gave people wrong information. This is
He's
the
right.
number one Red Sox podcast in the world. The number
No,
one
don't-
Red
don't
Sox
bang him for
podcast in the
that.
world, and we're giving
bang
people
me.
wrong information.
He lied
No,
to
no,
people.
no.
I
don't
deserve
bang him
it.
for that.
I deserve
He's a
it.
liar and a fraud.
You're right. Good take. Please, Jared,
He's
do what
not
you
happy.
have to do. Do what you have
He's
to do.
not happy
Good
right
take.
now. It's good take.
If anyone
You got
should
it, brother.
be cranky tonight, it's me,
I agree.
and I'm not. I'm
You're-
concussed. I'm
Thank you.
concussed. I woke up at 4 a.m. I've been traveling for 15 hours to
his horn.
walk in this door and then do a podcast immediately. I should be cranky. My
I agree.
team sucks. I got people on my show giving bad information. I should be cranky, and I'm not.
Is that on the record? You're not cranky.
Nope,
Oh yeah.
not cranky.
See, you
And
cranky?
also, side note, I smell fire right now.
What?
Yeah, I smell
that's-
fire. I texted Train. I said, I smell a fire. She said, excuse me?
Oh,
yeah.
Like
thought you were getting,
outside,
like,
I assume.
reports.
And I said, I would hope so. And she said,
Oh,
I
that's-
would hope that if you thought there was an actual fire that you wouldn't stay sitting up there. And I said, well, yes, but I'm just telling you that I smell a fire. And she said, thanks for letting me know.
No,
The neighbor
that's
probably has a fire going. The word probably is problematic there because we have not confirmed where this fire is. Could be in the house. I don't know.
Does it smell like burnt toast?
No, because then wouldn't I be having a heart attack?
Stroke, some
Stroke.
sort of
Mm.
like something
Something
going
bad.
on for sure.
Something not
Yeah,
good.
which again
Mhm.
with the blow to the head.
Yeah, I would say
Should be
something
top of
neurological can't be ruled out at this point.
Steve,
T, I don't mean to jump down your throat, T. I know you. I know you're upset, T.
No,
I've seen
no.
that face.
Listen, Jared's right. Jared made a great point.
I
I'm
didn't
going to
say
take some
anything.
accountability.
Anytime T leans back like that and he has light, you know he's not pumped because he's always kind of leaned in. a little
I'm
bit.
taking accountability. I've been spreading misinformation, and I got to
For
own that.
years.
For years, yeah. I've had everything I've built is fraudulent. If we're being 100% honest, tough day for me.
T, you're having your best year yet.
Yeah, having a great year, T.
I think it's the year of Steve.
Oh, man.
Well, I mean, those can both happen at the same time.
Yeah.
No, it's your year.
I think you can be
Next
having
year,
a
maybe.
great year, and it's also the year of Steve at the same time, man.
Mm.
Steve's having a great year. Not the best year of any Peralt, but
I mean,
Some would argue.
it can't be. We're coming off back-to-back PO2s. Like,
yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
Or not me.
but that doesn't have anything to do with this year.
True. This
Yeah.
could be better than that. That's true.
Yeah, but Joan is cranking this year.
Yeah, Jones hammering it.
Recently
Yeah.
with the gift, yeah.
Wow,
But I'm just saying, like,
that kind of pettiness does you no good. In
No, I know. I was saying
Yeah.
in Jared's eyes because you don't know what else she did this year. I mean, she is having a huge year. She helped out at Fontbonne when she didn't have to. Thumbs
At
up
what?
to that. My mom's the least retired person of all time. Like she comes out of retirement to fill in for people.
At-
Wow. Be careful, Steve.
Careful.
Jesus.
What did I say? What?
You said
That's
she's
hard
the
R?
least retired person that you know.
Just,
Yeah.
just
wait,
tread
what was it?
lightly.
Oh, okay. Yeah. True.
That's all.
But yeah, she'll retire and then
she
unretire.
she
like
did
every year.
what? She did something at Fonbon? What is that?
At Fontbonne? Yeah. It's,
What is
Girls
that?
Catholic school.
it's a girls' Catholic school. Yeah, she helped out in like guidance and all that and filling in for somebody that was out with a kid.
Lots of points.
Shut
I
him
know.
out.
Is that what she used to do, or did she just pull up? and
30
be like-
years at Notre Dame Academy
Ooh.
in Hingham, and then was the principal there as well, and then went
Mhm.
to BC High, and just been helping the youth, the girl youth of this great state.
Yeah.
At BC High, especially. Folks,
Yeah, the girl youth at BC High.
It's not always about the money, Spider-Man.
It's about the Eagles.
437 is Wilyer Abreu's BABIP against lefties this year. 437, yeah.
Okay, we got to it.
I can sleep well tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Listen. You know.
my new favorite part of the show, by the way.
The Rockies. Big ass. The Red Sox. Even more trash. Stats? No, I'll pass.
I like that.
That was good.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's good.
He's back.
Yeah, I thought we lost him there for a minute, but rebounded quite nicely.
T, can you show off what you're wearing? It looks nice.
Baseball lifestyle. Shout him
Look
out.
at that, dude.
Shout him out.
The
Very
merch is,
comfy.
they've been sending us so much stuff. They're great over there.
I love it. Yeah, I love this colorway. It's like cotton candy. I love cotton candy. Quick timeout. Talk about our friends at Baseball Lifestyle 101, repping the brand right now. I got the sweatpants on as well. Okay, you can't really see those, but I am wearing them. I'm wearing them often. But let's talk about a brand that I'm genuinely fired up to have on the show. It's Baseball Lifestyle 101. If you've spent any time around this game, you already know about the brand. The gear in the dugout, on the travel ball parents, on the kid taking cuts at the cages. That's where Baseball 101 will always be. Here's the story. Back in 2013, a baseball-obsessed 15-year-old started an Instagram about the game that he loved, and today he's turned that into one of the biggest baseball apparel brands in the country. Over 500,000 customers stocked nationwide at Dick's Sporting Goods and Academy Sports. And here's where we partner with them. They make the gear for the exact people listening right now. That's you guys. Tees, hoodies, and hats that you'll actually wear off the field. They also have a premium pro series for the serious players out there. Like I said, wearing it right now, wearing it always. Baseball Lifestyle offers youth through adult, the whole baseball family. This was a brand that we've been impressed with for a very long time. We're absolutely thrilled to make them the official baseball apparel of Section 10. New collections drop every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, and they are limited. So when they're gone, they are gone. First order, use the promo code Section10, that's SECTION10 for 20% off at BL101.com. It's more than a game, it's a lifestyle. Go get yours, 20% off, promo code Section10 at BL101.com.
Hey, it's Tyler Milliken. I've been thinking about this a lot lately because I've tried to do the weight loss thing on my own before, and I think the biggest problem for me wasn't that I didn't care. I did care. I just didn't really have anyone telling me, hey, do this, not that, stick with this, here's what's next. And that's no disrespect to the guys on the pod, where they did try to give me certain advice, but I needed more structure. I needed something I could look at every single day, every single meal, and know what my solution was going to be if I wanted to stay healthy. And when I was in the middle of baseball season, watching games, talking Sox late, weird hours, I was constantly going to whatever app I had on my phone. I don't want to say that certain word in front of Steve, but I would be sitting there waiting at my door, excited for the food to arrive. And before I knew it, I was waking up in the morning feeling like crap. I wasn't feeling healthy. It was all bad. So I started Awaken 180, and so far that's been the biggest difference for me so far. I met with Skylar, who's my counselor there, started the next day, and now I've got something to follow. I'm using the Awaken 180 app, staying within my restrictions, mixing in longer walks, and I'm already down 14 pounds in 2 weeks. The weight is just melting off with Awaken 180 at this point. I feel better. I'm breathing better. I'm moving better. I'm in the gym being more athletic. I'm on the treadmill doing the incline. I'm sweating. It's gross, but I feel and look better than I ever have. But more than that, it feels doable to me, which is what I love most about it. It's not me trying to be a hero. It's a medication-free weight loss program providing free support for life. If you've been waiting to get help, go to awaken180weightloss.com, the official weight loss program of the Boston Red Sox.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know
They
that
got a lot
about
of
me, Steve?
summer colors. Summer colors.
I don't know if I've ever heard an anti-cotton candy take in my life.
Love
They're
colors.
out
Dumbest
there.
food of all time.
A little sticky.
What did you just fucking say?
It's legit like it turns into like liquid sugar in your mouth. Like it's so boring. It has like no real like anything to it. Like I don't get any satisfaction when I put it in my mouth.
Two.
Okay.
It just feels like empty calories to me. You don't really like feel good.
I don't think tea's too far off here. I think it is relatively overrated.
I mean, it's not like filling, but it
Where-
tastes
where's it
great.
rated?
The flavor is tremendous.
I think people love cotton candy, but I'm like, now my hands are sticky and
That's
I
the
don't feel like I
problem,
got
right?
anything in my tummy.
Yeah, when I used to go to Fenway with my dad as a kid, the ramp to go up to Section 10 on the left was Papa Gino's,
Mm-hmm.
and on the right was Hilltop Steakhouse. and I would go to Papa Gino's, get a individual cheese pizza, get a Coke, and get a cotton candy. And it would be, summer, so the Coke would have the condensation on it. So I'd eat the pizza really fast, and then I'd have the cotton candy, and then you would get rid of your sticky fingers by rubbing your fingers on the can of Coke. And then you would just be like, oh, like now my fingers aren't sticky anymore.
What did it look like when you were rubbing your fingers on the Coke?
You'd take the Coke can and you would just get the condensation all over your fingers, and then that way you wouldn't have sticky fingers anymore.
Cool. We probably sat pretty close together, honestly, and never knew it growing up because I know that exact pop as you're talking about. We would get that, walk up the ramp, and go to our seats. So, cool.
I miss Papa Gino's at Fenway.
Oh, no disrespect to Sally's, but it's so much better than Sally's.
I thought
The
Regina's
style-
was Fenway.
Sally's.
The style
both?
of the Papa Gino's pizza is something you couldn't get anywhere else, though, because it wasn't the Papa Gino's you would get if you were at your local place in town. It was like a different version of it, and they've never made anything even like resembling that. Like we get the rustic pizza, we get all these different ideas from Papa Gino's today. Imagine if they said we're bringing back ballpark pizza. I feel like people would actually be into that.
I'd be down. If Papa's
How
goes
many
back to Fenway,
ideas?
forget about it.
How many ideas are you receiving from Papa Gino's on a day-to-day basis, T?
Well, I applied there when I was 15 and they rejected me.
I can
But
see
I
that.
thought I would have been a great addition to Papa Gino's. And I just
This
always
guy-
thought that
This
there
guy
was
can eat all the pizza.
me and Puff actually applied at the same time.
Shout out Puff.
He got hired.
See, what was your first job? What was your like high school job?
Technically it was Shaw's, but my real like first like buy yourself job, I sold paint jobs like door to door when I was in high school
PJs?
for student painters when I was a junior. And I would go door to door, and I didn't understand even what houses needed to be painted or not. So like it'd be a house with shingles, and I'd be like, I have this no estimation. I've forgotten what the whole line was. But I was like, how did it go?
Imagine this kid coming up to the door.
Yeah,
and be
I was just like
you
knocking.
need a paint job.
Yeah,
They
offered
live
to
in a
paint
brick
your
House
house.
looks like shit. Can I paint it?
Listen, I got 2 maybes that invited us back to do an estimate. I never sold one, but I did it for 2 months, and it was like Brockton, Bridgewater, and it was just like a bunch of college kids who would like actually do the painting. Like it was the weirdest operation, but they would track you on this little app. It was a good time. It was a good life experience.
Okay.
You've worked for a lot of like Red Sox and Red Sox radio sponsors. Like, didn't you also work for Jordan's?
Yep, Jordan's was my senior year of high school when I got fired.
You got fired because the Red Sox traded for Craig Kimbrell.
Sadly.
I feel
That
that
was
was
a
a
really
name
tough guy.
redacted story. I don't think Steve knows that one.
I don't know that.
He's told it on here.
Yeah.
My memory stinks though. Can you go again, T?
Yeah, no, I was at Enchanted Village, and Puff was also working there at the
Shout out
time.
Puff, man.
And I worked in a different area. I don't think they believed we could be together. But underneath the little cash register thing, there was like a slot. First off, I'd keep my soda there. You really weren't supposed to be drinking soda, but I like to grab a Coke at the start of the shift.
love
Something to
grabbing
get
a
me
Coke.
through. And I'll be honest, my first 2 weeks on the register, it might have been a little bit off every single time I brought it up. But more importantly, when Craig Kimbrell got traded to the Red Sox, I started tweeting frantically, and I was reading everything that was being put out. They saw me on the little camera. They brought me in the back. She said a very mean thing. She asked what I was doing. I was like, oh, I was just, running the front. She was like,
That's not
Try-
mean.
Yeah.
Try
what was the
again.
mean part?
she said, and I'll frame it this way. Don't be so retired next time.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And that was the last thing. And then I had to sit out front. Well, I went and let Puff know I wasn't going to need a ride home. Then I had to wait for my mom to come pick me up. And then I failed my driver's test at the end of the week. So it was a really tough week.
There we go.
Wait, so how did you get fired? Like,
I was on my phone, and they said that.
yeah,
was
but I
not
thought
allowed.
I thought the conversation was like, don't do that again.
Oh no, it was immediately like, you're done. Like I had never been spoken to a single time there.
That's a
But
crazy firing. I can't believe that. That needs to be a warning.
their whole thing was they would overhire at the start. Like all these kids would show
Weed
up
'em
and
out.
they have like a work fair, and then they'd be like,
Yeah.
all right, this kid isn't that good, or this kid's an idiot. And I was one of the idiots.
I mean, I've been there before. Like the day that it got announced that I was going to Barstool as the new Red Sox blogger, I had like a part-time job. Like I'm not going to air them out. They're like a small business. I don't want them to get bad pub. They're good people. But I was on my phone that day because it was the first time ever that my phone had like blown up like that. And I was like, yeah, like I probably should have taken today off. Like I've obviously been on my phone a lot today, but like this is a cool moment and I just want to like soak it all in. And they were like, yeah, so like we're going to take your phone away and like put it in like a cubby. And I was like, you can't do that. I was like, legally, I don't think that you can do that. Like they're like, yeah, like you're going to leave it in so-and-so's office during the day and you can't have it on you anymore. And I was like, there's people coming in and out of there all the time. I was like, if someone steals my phone, like who's fucking replacing that? So yeah, needless to say, we didn't agree on the new policy that was only for me and not for anybody else. So I did walk out that day and never came back. But things panned out after leaving that job. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When my mom picked me up, Sox Prospects had dropped their reactionary like podcast to the Craig Kimbrell trade. So my mom got me 5 guys to feel better, and then I went in my room and I cried with the 5 guys while listening to the Sox Prospects podcast.
Pathetic.
Yeah, very.
Chris Cotillo is reporting live from the scene that the Red Sox are having flight problems.
Someone sent me the flight going back to Colorado. I didn't overreact. I didn't know if it was legit, but
Cotillo said the Red Sox appear to have major flight problems coming back from Denver. Wilson Contreras' IG story says, unreal. Thank you, Delta. Assuming they're still in Denver, going to be an interesting turnaround with the 7:10 p.m. Eastern first pitch against the Yanks tomorrow.
Jeez.
So I don't pretend to understand how this works. I thought that there was like a team plane. How is it?
Well, it's
Delta?
a team plane that's a Delta plane, right?
So they have like a Delta flight that is just the team.
Yeah. The first time I looked out the window at my new place, because I love Flight Tracker. It's like one of my favorite. That Flight Radar 24, I think, is the exact name of the app. I was like, that's interesting, because there weren't a lot of. This was after we finished recording, and it was after the Royals series, and I looked it up, and I was like, could it be? And it was. It was the Boston Red Sox plane. That was the first plane that I noticed at this place, coming back from Kansas City.
That flew over your
Just
condo?
flew past the condo. Yeah.
And it was the Red Sox.
Parked outside.
It just parked outside. Yeah. I'm just like, what are the odds of that? The first one that I track at the new place is the Red Sox coming back from Kansas City. That was kind of crazy. But yeah, they have a Delta plane. That's the team plane. It's not like there's other people just from Denver that are sitting next to Wilson. Like, can you believe this shit?
Can you move? This is my armrest.
He would definitely be an armrest battler. guy,
Imagine
no doubt.
just like they had like a couple extra seats available, and you just get on the plane, and it's like the whole fucking Boston Red Sox and like Lou and Will in the back, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
Sitting next to Marcelo, like, don't talk to me, dude. I had a really long day, and I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah, dude, I'm pissed.
Dog, they're gonna get home at like the morning and have to face Schlittler that night.
Not good at all.
I thought Wilson deleted his Instagram. What's the deal with the fucking team deleting their Instagram?
I just looked for his Instagram and I could not find it because of Cotillo's tweet. So I don't know. Maybe
he blocked us.
Oh, that actually.
I feel like it still exists though, because people will post stuff that he puts on there.
Boston Strong was the first one I saw throw it up. That he deleted it. Maybe because remember, I might be making this up. I think he messaged Contreras when he got here and like posted like their conversation or some shit.
It's there for sure.
I can't see it.
What's his handle?
Wilson Contreras 40.
Oh no, I got booted.
Wilson Contreras 40.
It says you follow him, T.
It doesn't show up in like any account that I search.
I can't find him.
It literally says, so you're not blocked. It says you follow him.
I think he's just like unsearchable, because I've tried to tag him before and it doesn't.
I just searched him.
He doesn't come up on anything though.
Yeah, he doesn't come up. What's his handle?
Again, it's Wilson Contreras 4. Are you adding the second L in Wilson?
Yes.
Okay.
I went to Tyler's Instagram and I clicked on who he's following and I typed in WILLS, no users found. Are we just
Yeah.
all finding out in real time that he blocked all of
We
us?
are.
No, he could. No, there's no way he did because I have like a backup account and he wouldn't know that exists.
I got this. I went through Safari.
He might have got blocked actually.
The profile is private, it says, but I can't see anything.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So,
Could just be a
yeah,
private account.
if you go to like a web browser and you type in Instagram.com/WilsonContreras40, like the account is there. So I think we're blocked.
I searched it on Instagram and it popped up, and I don't follow him, so it's not like it's a locked account that I wouldn't be able to see.
So maybe that's why you didn't, because if we all did and he's like, fuck them.
Yeah, I think we're blocked.
Do you
I
think
do
he
too.
discerned that like I'm very cool and you guys aren't? Like, why would he not block me?
Fair?
Yeah,
I won't
I'm
fight
definitely
that.
at the block zone now that we really look at
I
it.
checked messages to see if he was like, "Hey, tell those fucking idiots." Like, but nothing. There's nothing in here. Like, I don't know
Well,
why.
we blow Wilson more than anybody. That's a little odd, no?
Yeah, no, he
Yeah,
definitely murked
We
me.
did lead off before the show started talking about how Instagram has been fucking weird lately. So maybe
Granted,
Instagram?
in all our promos though, we're all tagged, so he might have seen one that's like, oh, they're negative, and just blocked everybody.
But
affiliated.
I'm
I mean,
tagged
he's
too.
definitely a blocker. Like he blocked me on Twitter in 2016. Like he blocked me during the World Series, I think, in 2016.
Yeah, he does seem like a dude that would block a lot on social.
Is he? See, I'm not seeing a Twitter for him.
Interesting. All right.
Dang.
Unfortunate.
He blocked all of us, it looks like.
I guess
No,
so.
he loves me.
Like, we don't even have like a slightly negative promo that's ever involved in it. Like, not a
No.
single one.
If anything, we're just like, yeah, you're the only dude that's good on the team. But
When he was saying people are talking shit, he's talking about us specifically. He's like, those
I
fucking
guess.
assholes.
I
That
wouldn't
might
be
be-
stunned.
Yeah.
What do we
like,
got?
It says Unreal. Thank you, Delta. I know it's.
Yeah.
But
Oh, Coley might be the only non-block dude on the show. How about that?
we're best friends.
Yeah.
He's like, I should have led with this, but we message on Instagram every day.
He does not like you guys. I meant to
He
bring that
hates
up.
you guys.
If there's a section 10
wait.
night this year at Fenway, they're gonna have like the other team catch our first pitches.
They want nothing to do with
Yeah,
us.
the players are gonna be like, absolutely not.
What?
So-
Steve, what account are you logged into on IG right now?
My own? Why?
Okay, I was on the BID Instagram and I could not see it, but I can see it on my personal now.
Yeah, so we're
Block
blocked.
Baseball's dead.
Yeah.
What?
That's peculiar.
Bid hasn't talked about him at all.
I don't know. I
What's
actually
going
floated
on?
on BID last week that he should be in the home run derby. If anything, I'm campaigning. But yeah,
We just
I
start
have-
talking shit about him, and then he like unblocks us. Like, all right, this is
Well,
what I need.
I think when you block people on Instagram, it gives you the option to be like, block this user and any other accounts that they may have. So if you have other accounts, then it'll block those too.
Okay, makes
That's
sense.
true.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no
you
matter
bring-
what you search on this account, you will not find him.
That's very
Yeah.
funny.
I
on
mean, like,
yours, he pops up to.
Immediately, I could see his story and everything.
Yeah.
That explains what you were seeing, Coley.
yeah.
Yeah, I
He
don't make
blocked
shit up.
everyone.
I want to repeat
Like
that
me.
to the listeners. I
Like
don't make,
me.
No, I'm not even saying that at you. I'm saying that's my fucking mentions today. I don't just make shit up. It's not how I got this far. In the
I'm
world.
glad you had mentioned like all the other accounts get blocked because Mikey and I were talking about this a couple weeks. We were going to mention on Clean 40, but I used to have a Ken Griffey Jr. photos account that me and my buddies in the apartment that we had after college would just post and see if he would like it, and then he started liking the pics, and so that became a whole thing at the house. We were like, all right, let's find a good pic that Ken Griffey Jr. is going to like tonight. Like that was our drinking game basically. So I logged into this Sweetest Swing 24. I'm like, if Wilson's blocking Sweetest Swing 24, then we're cooked, man. I don't know. If it's getting that bad, then we don't have a chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, give it a follow. Great account. We have
Great account.
797 followers, trying to get to 1,000.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll give it a follow.
Yep. Last post got 4 likes. I think 2 of them are me and Mikey.
Well, April 9th, you of all people know this is not the pace we need.
No, I know. It's fallen off big time.
Yeah.
And then before
That's why
that,
seasons like this suck, though, because, I mean, what are we supposed to do? Like, we can't be like, hey, it's not that bad, right?
can't.
You know, like, it's an awful year, so, like, we can't sugarcoat it. And then the players get all upset. They're super sensitive, and
There's-
it's either they see it or, like, someone sees it and sends it to them, and then they fucking like. So it'll take years to like rebuild goodwill in the clubhouse, but it's like whatever. Like I think at this point of like Section 10, we've at least proven that we don't need player interviews to succeed. They're nice to have. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't want them or we don't need them or whatever. But if they're going to be like that, then it is what it is. Like none of it is like they wouldn't have survived in 2015 because I was mean and like personally attacking like Clay Buchholz and Drew Pomeranz and Pablo Sandoval. Like I was mean and that was personal and it had nothing to do with baseball. Like these guys are getting all bent out of shape about baseball critiques. So it's like, whatever. Like if you don't want anything to do with us, that's fine. But then don't. I'm not gonna like, you know, pull back the curtain and reveal any stories. Don't then come to us and ask for protection when you need it, because that has happened. Like there's been a ton of players this year that have like disassociated, and it's like, that's fine, all good. But when you need us, don't come fucking asking for help. Don't do that. So that's how I feel about it. The only reason why I got pissed about the Duran thing last year was because like I consider him a friend, and you know, like I talk to him, like when we talk, we don't talk about baseball, like we'll talk about like real life shit. So like that pissed me off. But like any other players on the team, whatever, like it's strictly just like a baseball kind of relationship. Like we're not like friends with anyone else. So if they don't want a relationship with us, all good, no harm, no foul. But then don't have, you know, your team reaching out to us to fucking campaign for your all-star selection, or like, hey, we need this video taken down or whatever. Like, don't come fucking asking us for shit. All good.
Yeah. These are the seasons that just suck. I mean, just getting past the obvious of the team being terrible. Like, this program for the last 10 years has been pretty damn pro Red Sox and pro player and pro, like, not going out of our way to rip guys. And so when you'll see some unfollows or some, like, guys just being too worried about who's saying what, our bad, no one in baseball has fewer wins than you. What the hell are we supposed to say on here? There's literally nothing outside of maybe the rotation at times that's positive to talk about.
Worst offense we've ever seen since doing this show.
And a lot of us being upset about it, by the way, is directing that at Craig Breslow. It's not even like directing it at you, Foley. So it just, I think it's one of the weaker clubhouses they've had in quite some time. And that's coming from me, who's always like la-di-da, Mr. Positive. Like it's pretty pathetic, if we're being honest.
I could see them not wanting to see, like they are living it. I could see them also not wanting to see it,
which is fine. That's what I said. It's like if you just don't want to subject yourself to the negativity, that's fine. But like blocking and all that, it's like, all right, dude, sounds good, man.
Right.
Yeah, it's a shame because I think we look for any reason to talk positively about them. Or if they come on the show, it's like, we're not giving you gotcha questions. We're trying to make people laugh and highlight your personality and increase the awareness of your brand or causes that you have. Like at no point have we ever had a player on the show and tried to like corner them and be like, all right, so answer the really tough questions now. Like we don't do that. So I don't know. Like I've talked to some of the people like behind the scenes of the Red Sox about certain individuals that have, you know, been out on us this year. And I'm like, it's fine. Like, I don't care. But they're like, yeah, but like you guys like try to prop them up. I was like, I know that. But if they don't either understand that or care to know that, then like, I don't care anymore. Like we can have Mark Bertrand on the show and everyone will be like, wow, what a great episode. Like they talked about, you know, all the state of the team stuff. Like that's what people want to hear. Of course, people want player interviews, but it's, you know, it takes two to tango. And if they're not interested in that, that's fine. There are plenty of other avenues for us to go. It's all good.
Yeah.
Big time.
It's like, I know they're the players and like, I know how hard they're theoretically trying and others actually trying. They don't care as much as we do about the Red Sox. Like they just don't. And I know that how like crazy that sounds because at the end of the day, we are just fans, but we're always going to be Red Sox fans. Some of these guys are going to be members of the Red Sox for a few months. And it's like Sonny Gray's gone out there and shoved. You can't say anything more about that. But like, there's no world he cares about the Red Sox as much as I do. There just isn't.
We're married to this team. They're like casually dating this team.
Right. Yeah, they're here now. We want like them all to be great. You know what I mean? We don't want them to be bad. Especially like forgetting this is our first year independent, and would like much prefer for them to not be this. This has made it as difficult as it needs to be for us, like on a personal level. So like, yeah, we'd be blowing their horn all over the place if they were great. Like everyone here projected them for like 88 to 94 wins except for me, and I felt like an asshole being like at 78 or whatever the fuck I said. And
you said
it was
87. Like, let's not start walking that number back that much. You said 87.
I said 58.
Yes, you, Coley.
Oh, I thought I was in the 70s.
87. I was at 90. I think we were all between like 87 and 92. Does that sound right?
Sure, that's fine too. But even that, I felt like, all right, if everyone's in the 90s, that feels low.
Definitely. But even like just the perception of like what it means to be on the Red Sox or where some of these players are and like just what the media works like. Like I saw Zach Kelly's comments to Rob Bradford today, and I was like, no one else did. Honestly, some of the most insane comments I've seen from a player in a long time. They just asked about where he is right now because he's been in AAA. He goes, right now it doesn't seem very clear just because you look at the moves that were made with me, and now you take a look at the bullpen, and there's not a lot of roster flexibility there. I'm out of options going into next year. If I thought there was a pretty clear path back up there, I would probably be lying if I did. But you never know what could happen as far as with the deadline coming up, whether that's making a move with me or somebody else that opens up a spot. I've been here for a while, so I like this organization, but obviously I want to be in the big leagues. So if another opportunity were to present itself that would allow me to be in the big leagues, I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to it. Who do you think you are, Zach Kelly, to be complaining that you are sitting in AAA? This organization for the last 4 years has given you every fucking opportunity to have a main role. Multiple regimes. Chaim Bloom, Craig Breslow gave you every chance, and you're mad now. And listen, is he better than Tommy Canley? Probably. Is he better than Ryan Watson? Probably. They gave you every shot to have one of the roles. Why does Tyron Guerrero have a role on this team that's seemingly increasing by the day? Because he showed up and he produced and he was consistent. You have lacked consistency your entire time in this organization. So here we have people who have just consistently let the team down or failed in big moments, come up short, and they're thinking they're deserving or have been wronged because they're not in the big leagues. Like, that mindset alone tells me all I need to know about where the 2026 Red Sox are at and where the perspective is from a lot of these ball players, because it's whether it's an entitlement or whether you think it's just deserved. Like, that's not what baseball in this city has ever been about. You got to earn it with these fans. You got to earn it with this city. And like these guys, some of them, they think it should just be handed to them. And if you say one bad thing against them, they're the first ones when you show up to the field to bitch you out about it. Like, that shit's lame as fuck, especially when there's been a lot of people in your corner.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to blow this team up. I would love a complete purge of this organization at this point. Like, what a shitty group. It's just, yeah, it's very 2015 vibes. Like, that team had a lot of, there were a lot of like remaining pieces of winning teams, but a lot of like the new blood was just like, man, there's just like a bunch of whiny babies here that don't get it. And that's kind of where we're at again, unfortunately.
Finding like an adult in the room, someone who can be a babysitter. And I know Alex Bregman, people got annoyed with the way that was spoken about last year. I think that meant a lot more to a lot of those children in the clubhouse that needed that. I'm not saying that means you should have paid them, even though I would have.
Plenty of people over there have been like, they don't like, there are people over there that don't know how to be big leaguers because there's no one teaching them how to do that. Like between not having Bregman back, between Story not being around because he's hurt, between not having anyone on the coaching staff that has any big league experience whatsoever. It's like, who's teaching these guys how to, be big leaguers? Like Will Middlebrooks was talking about it on the broadcast today, after Marcelo makes the error, and he's been like, he was like kind of pouty after that. He's like, if I made an error in late in the game that could have cost the team the game, I had Pedroia next to me being like, hey, fucking sack up, dude. Like, lock the fuck in. Like, we can still win this game. Like, stop, don't wear it. Like, go out there and continue to be good and we can win this game. Who the fuck's doing that on this team? Nobody. There's no one doing that. So, yeah, it's just, it is, the roster is not good. There's no veteran leadership. There's no one that, like, so even, whatever, like, again, like, no harm, no foul. Wilson Contreras doesn't like us. That's fine. Wilson Contreras has been awesome this year. But I don't see him. He's also not going to be a cornerstone here. He's just, again, like, he's a fling. He's not married to the organization. He's not at an age where it's like, this is going to be a piece for the future. He's just kind of here. So I actually, say what you want about the guy, but Noah Syndergaard did an interview and he was talking about how he's like, I would have taken a bullet for the Mets. And when I went to the Phillies, it was like, yeah, I want to win a World Series, but like, this doesn't feel like it's my team. We have nothing but guys who are like, this doesn't feel like like, I'm here to win. I want to win. I'm going to try my best, but like, this doesn't feel like my team. That's the whole fucking team here. Like, it's Roman, Marcelo, I get Wilyer, Sedon. Those are your Red Sox guys. And then you're left with what? A bunch of 4A players and guys that are just passing through. That's your fucking 2026 Boston Red Sox.
We probably do have a couple Syndergaards, but that's neither here nor there. I like how, just like you, he's also blaming hypothetical violence in New York that didn't happen. That's very Syndergaard of him.
Wait, what?
Fucking Mam Donnie would have shot me when I was on the Mets.
I'm not aware enough for this.
No, that's not on the channels you watch.
Mm-mm.
You got him blocked on your TV. It's fun. It's a fun season, Jerry. They're playing the local 9. They're playing 9-on-9. There's no argue.
They're playing 9-on-9 every night.
I'd love to see you argue that.
Nate
9-on-9
Ian,
every
baby.
night.
We got Nate Ian. We ride.
Did you see that? Oh, you probably didn't. There was like actually, I'm not even going to go there. Who cares?
All right.
Not worthy.
There was a TikTok of like a wife who she's like a big Rockies fan and her husband's a diehard Red Sox fan, but they live in Denver and he was all excited to go to the games. And they were like walking down the street, going to the park. And she said like they saw like 4 Red Sox players walking to the game and they waited until no one else was around so that they didn't draw a crowd. And like he asked for a picture and like they just blew him off.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Did you see the little kid being Peyton Tolley?
That was great. That was one of the highlights of the week. That kid's hilarious. And then Tolley was in the comments. Tolley's somebody obviously to be excited about. He was funny in there.
The pitching in general.
All of them.
I know. Yeah. He was like, it looks like I'm looking in a mirror right now. I'm like, that's funny.
Yeah, but it's like, that's all it takes. You know what I mean?
It's not much.
That little kid's going to love that. And thank God that little kid has like a Peyton Tolley to watch.
And I don't want to say I get worried about this with Tolley, but like so much is asked of him in terms of just being fun and like energetic, and everyone wants like a piece of that. And there's so few people on this roster that can provide that I feel like they then just go to Tolley for more of it. It's like, don't like squeeze this dude dry paws of what he's got, of that like, of that real energy, that real passion, that authenticity. just please don't leave us with nothing for Peyton. Like, I want him to stay his authentic self as much as he possibly can. And I do get a little bit worried that they're now in that position of no one else on this roster. I mean, talk about lack of personalities. It's near the 100th percentile with this team.
Honestly, I'd bring Bayo back up just for the excitement of having him.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Can't get any worse than this. Why not?
Yes.
I didn't say it to start, T. I just said bring him back up. Just have him. Like, I'd bring him up before Zach Kelly. I might send Zach Kelly down a level if he's talking like that.
I'm sorry.
Back down to double A you go.
I have no room for that, Zach Kelly. Like, if it was anybody else who never got an opportunity, I'd be like, you know what? Sure, this year fucking sucks. Like, you probably do deserve a shot. Man, you have gotten every single shot a million times. And you imploded. Like, it wasn't just it didn't go well or you were mediocre. Like, you were imploding. We'd get a beautiful stretch, and then everything else was garbage.
It has to be frustrating, and like I do empathize with guys who are he's clearly talented.
Yes.
But he just also stinks. And like that has to be hard to be the person doing it and like separate that art from the artist when you're the artist.
It's the Caleb Ort thing where you can have all the traits in the world and you can have a big league season like he did with Houston where, the FIP was garbage. It was like 520, but you had a 255 ERA. You were able to fake it, right? Like you have this premier stuff that people get excited about, but you just can't regularly do it in big moments. Like when they ask you whether it's leverage or multiple innings, you showed on so many occasions that you were not ready to do the job. Tyron Guerrero has done it from the moment he got called up this year. That's the difference. It shouldn't be that hard to see.
His call-up did go poorly, but ever since that, then he's been locked in.
Even that, I thought he was a little unlucky.
No, I agree. But Jerry's notes didn't care for it.
No. Our guy, Black Irish, that just always is, his brain's always going nonstop. He just said, Jared, I think you and the boys should be prepared for a late night on Sunday. Not only is it Sunday night baseball on ESPN, but I think it's on NBC. There's a good chance that a significant trade or a firing will take place as well. In the past decade, John Henry has made several major organizational decisions either during or immediately following a series against the Yankees, the last 4 of which were played at Fenway. August 2015, hired Dave Dombrowski. September 2019, fired Dave Dombrowski. September 2023, fired Hyman Bloom. June 2025, traded Rafael Devers. April 2026, fired Alex Cora. If the Red Sox lose 3 of 4 and get swept by the Yankees, then I think Breslow will be fired. I mean, if he didn't get fired after that Rockies series, they're probably going to give him a 5-year extension.
Well, it just happened. Like, there's time.
That's what's going on with the plane right now. They're trying
that's
get
why
rid
the
of
flight got
Breslow as we
delayed.
speak.
Yeah,
We're still going to stack some wins, guys. Like, get off the plane.
Yeah.
We have a big win streak coming up, please.
come on, you guys
It
know
is
that.
scary how many different points it felt like a night where like, this should be a night. Like if it was anything else, if it was any other year where we didn't have information coming in, this feels like one of those moments because they do find that rock bottom so fucking often. We said that about right before the Mariners series.
What did Stats say? It'll be insane if Breslow is still running the Red Sox at first pitch tomorrow.
I'm telling you, I've never seen Stats. Stats is working, man. He is trying to will this himself. It is actually pretty impressive.
They called him a monster when he reacted poorly to the Devers trade. They called him inhumane.
I don't
subhuman.
think. Yeah, I mean, obviously,
That's
I think
where it's fucking clearly that was a bigger sign than it was just Devers. Even if you're like, I don't care that he's gone. Like the fact that they let it get to the point where they had to get rid of him was a bad thing for the organization.
we don't need more Devers discourse.
I'm
it's
not.
the
All
same
I'm saying
takes
is we're
over
talking
and
about
over again.
stats. That's when people tried to turn on him just because he was being a fan.
Yeah, but like he wasn't right.
He wasn't wrong.
About what was he wrong about?
I mean, the Devers thing, like, I still think with hindsight, you still make that trade.
No, definitely not.
Yes,
I
you
don't.
do. You just keep
I
the
don't.
fucking
No,
pieces
I don't.
that you
I
got.
don't do that at
Yes.
all.
Yes.
I for sure don't.
We know how you feel, but I think
But I
most
don't
people
believe
would
Even
it.
still
as I've
make-
said from the beginning,
you
if you
believe-
wanted to trade him, wait till the offseason or call more than one fucking team.
the
Like,
the
even if
return you
wanted to
got
trade
was
him.
awesome. You just
No,
fucking
definitely not
traded
awesome.
all of
But
them.
Awesome.
why was it awesome? It was because of what other teams were able to do with the players that you couldn't do with them.
Okay, so
Do
then
you
that's an
believe they would have got
organizational
Kyle
problem.
Harrison fixed?
That's what I just said.
Right. So the return was just fine.
No, the organization was always the problem, whether or not you traded him or kept him.
You had a team at that point in time that had World Series aspirations and could have got there.
The
It
Red
really
Sox
could have got
organization
there.
is not the reason why Rafael Devers is not a good baseball player in San Francisco.
No one said that. That had nothing to do with anything anyone said.
Do you believe Rafael Devers would be a good player if he was still here?
No.
Wow.
Based on what?
He's like a 1-win player right now.
Have you ever seen him be a bad player for the Red Sox?
Yes.
When?
The whole first month of last year.
From
Okay,
April
and
5th
then
to the
what
moment
was
he was
doing?
He started off poorly.
From April 5th to the day he was traded, he was 5th in OPS in all baseball.
We'll never know how he would have done if he stayed here.
Yeah, this
And
is
it's-
all
we
like
kind of do, though. Like,
guessing.
we have a
Not
very
really.
large sample size of what he did here.
I bet you if you were to poll Red Sox fans, like, you can do the Devers trade
fuck.
again. Are you still doing it? The majority would say yes, I think.
I agree with you saying the majority. I'm just
Yeah.
not personally in that camp.
I never care about that. Those people told me you couldn't trade Jarren Duran 2 years ago. Those people are wrong all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately what it comes down to for me is that I don't think the pivot was great after trading Devers.
Well, because he was what you needed.
Because the organization's bad, which was my original point that you argued.
Did they beat the Yankees last year if Rafael Devers was on the Red Sox?
Mm-hmm.
They're probably playing at Fenway, too.
Highly
That could
likely.
be.
It'll always just be brutal that you go from that to then Bragy's not here, regardless of what Bragy's doing in Chicago.
They
I
don't get
also
enough
said-
hate for that.
But
They
the
don't
same
get
thing,
enough
if
hate
you
for that.
ask the
Should've signed him
majority of the fan
immediately.
base about Bregman right now, they tell you they don't want him here.
Also true.
And they would say, Jared, why do you think Alex Bregman would be so great at Fenway?
It's hard. I don't want to be a huge hypocrite because it's also hard to. I would look at Breggy as being different if he stayed here than what he's doing in Chicago. So it's always going to be impossible to know what it would have been like if Raffy
He's
was
been
just still here.
great away from Wrigley.
He was a
like,
better
everyone
hitter on the
acts like
road
he's
than he
having
was
a
at Fenway.
dog shit season. He's
He's been bad.
It's been
not
bad at Wrigley.
That is an important factor.
Yes.
He's a below league average bat right now.
He
That
plays
is
most
where
of his
he is.
games there, so that's not
Correct.
That is tough. When you got 81.
Okay, but do you believe Rafael Devers' numbers?
Away from Wrigley this year, he's hitting 283 with a 360 OBP. He's not hitting for power. I'll give you that. But like,
But
people are
this is
acting
the
like he
issue.
just sucks this year.
This is the
It's a
issue with the Rafael
755
Devers or Alex
OPS. He'd be
Bregman
your fucking
conversation.
best hitter.
This is the issue with the Rafael Devers or Alex Bregman conversation we're having. You can look at the stats and say, oh, I don't believe this player. Just put him on the Red Sox with these stats right now. It sucks. That's why they're not here. That's why they shouldn't be here. Do you believe these players would be different if they were here, or the environment of the team would be better, or one of those things? If you do, then you probably lean on the other side of the conversation. Just like I believe Alex Bregman would be better in Boston, I believe Rafael Devers would be better in Boston.
Yeah,
That's where I've been.
Even as bad as he's been, he's leading Devers is leading the NL, all of majors in doubles, if I'm reading this correctly, at least the NL in doubles, and his 732 OPS, 107 OPS plus is better than what you just said.
So it's a 755 OPS.
Only when he's on the road, when he's not playing most of his games. That's Devers everywhere.
That's not
And
most
half of his games are in one of the most spacious ballparks, worst hitting places in all of baseball.
That's not playing most of his games. He's got 40 games at home and 38 games on the road.
Right. And the road is not all one place. It's all different
Right.
places. So the
Right,
majority
but
of his games have happened at
the
one
road
place.
is one singular entity.
Sure, but the
I'm not
majority
saying
of his games,
yeah, but
40
like,
of his
you
games
know,
have
he's-
happened at Wrigley.
He's hitting fucking 330 in Colorado, so that's why we got to get him back to Fenway. It's like, no, just when he doesn't play at Wrigley, he's been good.
I don't know
So
why that
if
would
he had-
apply
if
to
he-
the Red Sox.
If
though.
he had stayed here, he would have been like he was last year, only it looks like the
better
healthy
on the
version.
road than at home, like T just said.
He was better on the road last year than he was at Fenway.
Okay. But like
Was it
historically, he's
drastic
been
though? I
excellent
don't
at
think it was
Fenway.
drastic.
I remember
yeah, what was
being
it?
it much more than you would have thought. Let's see.
Yeah, look
Oh,
that shit
oh
up.
yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Yeah, 143 on the road, WRC plus versus 106. He was a league average bat at Fenway.
Above.
Above, yeah. Fucking liar.
Sure.
It's tough.
That
I mean,
means-
you're
that
also
means
not
Devers
factoring
has
in
been
the
an above
off-the-field
average
stuff.
bat this year. If it's 107 OPS
I will
plus.
tell you right now, I believe Rafael Devers and I believe Alex Bregman and the Red Sox would all be in a better place if they were here and they didn't force Christian Campbell into the opening day lineup. That's where I've been. That's how I felt leading into that
Campbell's
spring
probably better,
training.
too.
Yeah, you can go play the clips back. I said I wanted Bregman at second and I want Devers at third. I think this whole timeline looks a lot different if that happened. That's it.
Sure.
That's where I've been. I get people who want to say like they think he's a cancer and like the issues were bigger here than people realize. Yeah, I think that comes with diva players. I think that's part of it. I think good organizations know how to contain it and deal with it. Bad ones don't.
Yeah,
I
I think
that
they
if-
constantly
if-
leveraged it as an excuse, a convenient excuse.
And when they have so much guilt in a lot of those conversations, that's a major factor. And that goes for Breslow and Alex Cora.
Okay.
What's the Cal sheet market that we want to take a look at, Steven?
Kalshi, we're honestly just trying to look at the percentage chance, Jerry, that one Sonny Gray, who was dealing in Colorado in this series, and honestly,
11 Ks?
this entire season. Yeah, tied the most he's had in the last handful of seasons.
Jeez.
Sonny Gray, what are we looking at for percentage chance he gets dealt at or before the deadline?
82.
It's less than that. What do you boys
Really?
think? Yeah.
Like 54. That's what it was when we were talking whoever it was last show.
Yeah, it's 56. It's right around there. It's
Wow.
gone up 1% during this show, so I don't know if that has to do with the plane.
Yeah.
How are the Cubs not like beating our door down? Like I am genuinely shocked with Ben Brown going on the IL and obviously Edward Cabrera getting carted off with that hamstring strain. Justin Steele's not starting baseball games for them this year. Like I know Matt Boyd comes back this week. What like is there a more simplistic fit? Like I think you could say Gray to the Braves too.
Braves,
like,
yeah.
They go hand in hand.
They are so whoever like Sonny Gray. It's basically going to be teams vying for Scooble, and then whoever misses is they're going to be jumping all over Sonny Gray.
Yes and no. There are certain teams who are going to know Scooble is going to cost too much, and they will go to that next option.
Like
Scooble
who?
won't be the first arm traded.
I think it's going to depend on what the Red Sox want to do about that money. Because if the Red Sox say like we want to eat money to get prospects back, the Braves right now their farm system is, in my opinion, not ideal for that kind of trade package.
Really?
No. Plus, the Braves are going to go balls to the wall for Scooble.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that backs up T's point about the Cubs. Like they should be.
Yeah,
Sonny
I haven't
Gray's
been
always
hearing
been
much
good
about
in the
Cubs.
Central.
Yeah, like what's crazy is the Dodgers could, if they just got bored, they could just make the trade right now. But you put Sale and Scooble and Elder together, like I think now you're talking not World Series favorites, but like a 1A, 1B situation. Also, if you're the Phillies and this is your last, I don't want to say dead last, but like one of your last cracks at winning with this window, the Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber window, you put Christopher Sanchez and
Scooble.
Oh, they need offense.
do they?
Yes, they have.
I'm not saying
three
that they
guys
don't need
carrying
offense,
their
but
entire offense.
you put Scooble and Sanchez in the same rotation.
And
It's like,
Wheeler.
all right,
Yeah.
now it's we're up 2-0.
I think they're 23rd in WRC plus on the season right now, the Phillies, and it's three guys carrying that lineup: and Harper, Schwarber, and Brandon Marsh. That's it. I believe everybody else is a below league average bat.
Well, they have an open slot now in the outfield.
And
Then-
that's why, and I'll circle back to this. If there's one way, if you're hoping to move Jarren Duran and someone maybe is willing to pony up more than what any other team is right now, I would hope it's the Phillies. Now, is that the kind of market that Jarren Duran is built for? Certainly not.
The worst.
But-
Dombrowski ain't stupid. He ain't making that deal.
Yeah,
No,
I don't.
no
I don't
chance.
think it's
He's not.
Dombrowski
He's
has
not
any
helping
interest.
the Red Sox. He's not doing his homework.
Maybe Wilyer.
Good.
Wilyer seems like, and maybe this is just me being like, he's got the same last name as Bobby Abreu, but like I could see it in the Phillies jersey for sure.
Oh, easily. You can already see those third deck tanks, and you're like Bommel. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I
happening.
would
The bat
cry
flips in October.
If we
And like
That
the
would
Phillies,
suck.
the Phillies offense seems sick right now. They just got to face the Mets. Like that
Yeah, true.
that doesn't move me.
You could easily see Willie in postseason moments in Philly. That would
Oh,
not
yeah,
surprise
especially
me.
after the
one
WBC.
bit.
I could
big
definitely
time.
see him having postseason moments. That's why it's like I'm not itching to trade him, but what?
trying to do the lineup in my head. I'm just like taking Wilyer out of it. I'm like, I don't even
Might
know
have to
where
add Wilson
start.
there, too,
Yeah,
T.
I was like, I don't even know where to go.
Take the Wills
Oh.
out, and this thing looks
Where
atrocious.
do you go?
I
There's
do
really
kind of
nowhere.
want it to be that, but like what do we think? I don't know if this is a market or if I should have brought it up before the show. Like 100 losses. How on the table is that? If their pace is 97,
Their pace
which
is
someone's-
96. It's
Their pace is
96.
96, and they're about to be even worse after they sell off.
but they
No,
might
and
relax.
they got a 4-gamer against the Yankees. They're great against those guys. So I mean, I don't know. This
Like
is
I think
there's a
part
chance.
of why they're so bad right now, and they just beat the Mariners for whatever that's worth. Kind of a team they're designed to beat because they also can't hit. But like they may relax after the trade deadline. Like at least I'm not moving anywhere. They may play looser, and the pitching, like they're not going to start dealing from their pitching to the point where it's like, oh man, the rotation sucks. So like they're 100. I do think like we've never seen it, right?
No, it
Not
would be
that-
the most in a 162 game season ever. They 62 and 100 was their worst season ever. So it is 100% in play. Like
What
there's
year is
no doubt
that?
about it. It was in the 60s. It's been forever. It was
61?
1965.
65.
Yeah.
It's been 61 years.
We're
Yeah.
gonna get fucked in the lottery. I can feel it already.
Yeah.
Yep, 60. Yeah, been 61 years.
And what's the rule, T, if you know off the top of your head, if they were to somehow magically find themselves above the second, I'm going to call it the apron, but this isn't basketball, tax threshold, they would get moved to like the back, like to the 10th spot or something?
Yeah, it would. They'd have to go over 284.
Sure, which I don't anticipate.
No.
But that,
I think they're going to get under 260 or 264. I don't think they're going to get under 244. I don't think
if they're paying, and I know it's a convoluted and confusing question. If they pay Gray's money next year, that doesn't get applied to this year's number, right?
No,
Okay.
I do not believe so. At least the way it was explained via Red Sox payroll, that would just be separate money that needs to be
Right.
allocated for that
Right.
year.
Isn't it?
I had previously thought that the option was prorated. Like I was reading through Reddit threads and like I put out a big Sonny Gray post. Like I was like, please, anybody, if you know more than me, tell me I'm a fucking idiot because I'm genuinely trying to understand it. And I was getting frustrated. Like it started last podcast because I said frustrated with an R.
You didn't.
Yes.
You definitely.
Oh, that was an
I-
FU.
It definitely was not. Frustrated. Do you hear me? Frustrated. Thank you. What was I saying?
You're frustrated.
Yeah, the Gray
You
stuff. It
frustrated
really
right now?
pushed me.
You're frustrated.
But I believe that's how it would be handled. Because either you're handing them the $30 million team option or the $10 million buyout.
That's Coley. That's now all I'm going to be thinking about for the next month. Is this team going to lose 100 games? Is that seriously where we're going right now for the promise that we had coming into the season? Promise with an asterisk, by the way, because like we were all pretty like, you're still going to need 5 or 6 guys in the lineup to have a career year. They've gotten one and Wilson Contreras. So, geez.
So Don.
Yeah, say Don. Yeah, I'll give you 2. That's fine. But no, I mean, it's what? There's a 95% chance they sell at the deadline now. Like, I don't know how Breslow, and
Their
I've changed my
playoff
tune on
odds
this.
are at 8.8%.
That's too high. I don't
Way
know
too
how
high.
Breslow's here at the deadline, and I've completely switched my tune on that. Tune, whatever the fuck. Because like, how do you have him make any decisions at the deadline when the season's obviously over? It just doesn't make any sense. Jared?
I'm convinced that John Henry looks at Fangraphs and just looks at the playoff odds, and that's what they base this off of. Like, I think
told
that's
us
been
that.
said, right? That he pays attention to the playoff odds. So he's probably just pulling up Fangraphs and being like, I don't know, 8%, still like my odds, right? You know,
Yeah, 1 in 10.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
How do you like those odds, though? Those odds are terrible.
1 out of 10. If I told you, Steve, that
Oh,
you know,
no. Oh,
I'm going to spin a wheel. I'm going to spin a wheel, and you
like
have
our Latinas coming in here. What's going on?
I got a wheel I gotta spin, right? I'm gonna spin it, and I say you have a 1 in 10 chance that if it lands on pink, that 100 big booty bitches are gonna walk in here and give you a lap dance for the next hour. You'd be like, I like those odds. That's John
100.
Henry.
I mean, 100 changes it. If it's just one,
Yeah.
then it's a little bit different. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, making the playoffs is the equivalent to 100
That's equivalent of
baddie
100
Latinas.
big booty
No.
bitches? No
Yeah.
chance. And not in this MLB.
As the
Maybe
one
back in the
seed.
day.
Yeah, it's like the
if
2018
you're the
team.
owner of the team making the playoffs, that's a big deal.
Jeez, that's 100 baddies though. I don't know about that. That's
It is so fucking
25
annoying 'cause,
baddies.
yeah, fine.
25.
That's okay.
Yeah, 25 bad bitches.
like,
You
if
can land there.
Yeah.
let's in the hypothetical world where they did make the playoffs this year, that would mean they were playing some just incredible baseball the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Like that's so like it's
They're-
annoying.
They
People
got hot.
would like
They-
retcon this season, being like, "Man, that team was awesome." They're not like they're not.
They're incapable.
They
It's
stack
Oh, I
like
know.
wins.
I'm not saying it's happening. I'm not
No,
saying
I know,
it's
but
happening.
it's just crazy though, because 8.8's nuts. If you really think about it, if you've watched this team at all, that there's just no chance. It's like me with the rain when I know it's not going to rain, but I can't say it. It's 0.1% chance they make the playoffs. Like, what are we talking about, man? That's wild.
Yeah.
We had to hack fan graphs. It's sounding like, and just make that a 0, and then changes will be made.
Maybe, I mean, I'm assuming we could just Photoshop it and just email it to them and be like,
Probably.
man, that's
Check this shit out.
tough year, you know? 0.0. Because it's time to take it to the house.
Terrible.
But yeah,
What's
they're
the
playing
win the
9 on
World
9.
Series? Because they always got that. 0.4. Come on, man.
Just
Like,
Could happen.
cut the nonsense.
Honestly, it should be if the percentage odds are 8.8 to make the playoffs at this point. The win the World Series should be 30%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. If this team makes the playoffs and
If they get in, that means they're playing 800 ball over like 3 months.
That means Roman's back, and boy, is he hitting the shit out of the
he's
ball.
Crochet hasn't given up a run for 2 months. Like,
Campbell's up. He's just hitting the dog shit out of the ball. Like, that Casas is back.
they bought heavily at the deadline. They brought in like every weapon you could imagine.
Mookie's back. Like,
How did they get Shohei? I
They
still
got
can't believe it.
Judge? Why would the Yankees do that?
He was fully healthy this whole time. That was just a joke so he could get traded to the Red Sox.
he was quietly demanding a trade. No one knew.
That is a great point.
Empire's back, baby!
Oh, God.
How?
Goofy.
How weird would it be if they traded for Aaron Judge right now?
That would be incredible.
That'd be
Judge's
unbelievable.
Like, what the fuck? What did I do?
Yeah.
He would fit in with the swing injury.
Oh, big time. Him and
Oh,
Roman
yes.
can spend a bunch of time together, just not playing. That is true. Yeah, 8.8% chance of making the playoffs, 90% chance of winning the World Series.
Yeah. It makes sense.
It does. It
Just
makes
give it 2
absolute
seconds
sense.
of thought, and you're like, yeah, that actually does that.
Yeah. Like, who would want to play that team? It's like, what the
Nobody.
fuck?
It would be like, what, the 21 Braves?
Yeah.
Even better. It would be the biggest turnaround in like sports history at this
Well, that,
point.
like-
They're the worst team in baseball.
What's their record? Because every time I hear it, I'm like, it feels so much worse than their record.
Yeah, it's- the
32
record's
and
not-
48. 32 and
should be
That's not
46.
good. That's
32
not
and
good.
46, yeah.
Okay. Had a little T moment there with the bad info, but
But looking at the
Yeah.
32 and 46, isn't that the one that would like, as they're in the World Series, and I don't know if NBC has it, but I can see Bob Costas being like, now we look at this June 24th record of 32 and 46 to think they've made it here. To
since
think they're
that point,
yeah, to think they're hosting the World Series and Shohei's leading off with Judge hitting second. This is just crazy.
we're just like, man, Breslow was in his bag. He was- we still have Arias somehow. It's like,
Yeah. What happened, dude?
like they just did. They never lost again.
They have 84 games left. Yeah, they just go like 75-9. And
The Nationals were 19 and 31 and then
Okay.
won the World Series.
wow.
Okay, so that was so much early. That was
Dude.
30 games earlier in the season.
If this team
Yeah.
went 75-9, they still wouldn't top the 18 Red Sox.
Damn.
They'd finish with 107 wins.
Damn. Yeah, the 21 Braves were 44 and 45 at the All-Star break and 51 and 54 as late as August 1st.
Okay, so much better than this.
Yeah.
Much better, yeah.
Like, that's the thing. If we were in that spot, we would be annoyed, but it would be like, all right, like they really do just need a week. Like they need months. We're dealing with months at this point.
Oh, yeah. We're dealing with seasons at this point.
The Braves, the year that they won the World Series, didn't get to a winning record until August 8th.
Okay. Could the Red Sox get to a winning record by August 8th?
If they
have
win
the
out,
games
can they
do
get to
it.
a winning
Yeah.
record?
Folks, life insurance isn't about expecting the worst like I do with this Red Sox team. It's about making sure the people you love are supported no matter what. Ethos makes getting life insurance fast and easy 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. That is a beautiful thing. There's no medical exam. You just answer a few simple health questions. You can get up to $3 million in coverage. Hello? Some policies are as low as $30 a month. Ethos has 4.8 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot with over 3,000 reviews. Protect your family with life insurance from Ethos now by going to ethos.com/section. Take 10 minutes to get covered today with life insurance through Ethos. Get your free quote, like we mentioned, at ethos.com/section. That is ethos.com/section. Application times may vary. Rates may also vary. Ethos. Now back to the show.
Anyways, they do have the 20th pick in the draft. Have you been paying any attention to the draft prospects, Coley?
Not yet. And like I I haven't been in love with this draft since like I started looking at it in the offseason. There were a couple of guys early in the season who caught my interest that fell off like pretty immediately. So that hurt me. But no, when is it? When do you just spent like 3 days talking about it? When's the actual draft?
It's the Saturday before the All-Star game.
Okay. So a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be up to snuff by then, at least on like the first round guys and like a couple dart throws throughout. But right now, I've been so focused on trading for Giannis, not getting him, the NBA draft, and now NBA free agencies. So it's all process, Jerry. These things, they come one after another. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, some of these guys, like a lot of the guys that I talked to.
You talk to Maniscalco?
No, I think he was in the combine.
Definitely was. Yeah. You were there too. He might have
Yeah,
hit you.
but like the guys that I talked to are like first
No
round,
need.
top 15 picks. They're like, we don't have to do all this shit.
Listen, what
Like
did I tell you about Seth Hernandez last year?
Rock Chalowski is the top prospect in the draft, and he came on BID. Grady Emerson is the number 2 prospect in the draft. He came out to the pool. Von Lackey is the number 3 prospect. He came on BID. Jacob Lombard is the number 4 prospect. He came out to the pool. Jackson Flora is the number 5 prospect. He came on BID. Drew Burris is the number 7 prospect. He came out to the pool. Cameron Flukie, he was at the pool, number 11.
I'll tell you who I'm not drafting.
Who?
Someone fluky.
You have Bo there?
No.
Interesting. He's been
It's
mocked
one of-
to the Red Sox a ton by MLB Pipeline recently.
Logan
Yeah.
Redeman, I had him. He's at 28.
He interests me, T.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the comp for it because it does look very first base to me, just in terms of kind of like the body type. I could
Yeah.
see the hope for third base, but there is like I want to be careful here, but the hit
Tyler Bell
tool
at 20.
along with the ability of that frame to develop power, it's not Corey Seager, but there's something of that
Sure.
body type that is like speaking to me in that way, despite him being more limited defensively.
I would say he hits the shit out of the ball when he connects. So
Yeah.
I think Ian sent me him like a month or two ago, and like first swing, I was like, oh, yeah, I can understand this for sure.
He'd be definitely a different vibe too compared to what they've been doing, because we're talking a high school drafty bat, which would be far away. And I know people are like, oh, why another lefty?
Oh, that shit doesn't
By the
matter.
time he gets to the big leagues, man, just take the best talent available and it'll work itself out.
Is,
Oh.
Justin LeBron, you talked to him?
No, I talked to Tyler Bell, who's the number 20 prospect in the draft, and we've got the 20th pick. So
What about Grindlinger?
no.
It's just it's one of the worst name drafts in any sport I've seen like in my entire adult
Ace
life.
Reese?
I have
That's
the
a
name for Coley, Zion Rose.
There's just so many Zions right now, T,
Wow.
across all sports where like one of them's gonna hit for sure, but like none of them have yet, and so maybe he's due. I like the Rose part of it.
Rock Chalowski's a name.
No,
His name is Rock.
I get it. Like Brian Rockio, like we get some rocks, but I don't. The Chalowski, like that's big, like pre-World War II last name.
I love the way he plays, though. He is that dirt dog.
Sure, I mean he's number
middle
one for a
infielder.
reason, but like I wouldn't be pumped. Like Travis Bazzana is a better name than Rock Chalowski.
I think the reality is people are going to be mad if it's not Brody, which it's the local story. It's super exciting. I know the picture of him talking to Breslow, everybody was reposting.
Of what?
Brody
Brody.
Bamila.
Brody. Yeah. I talked to him for like an hour.
Oh really?
What'd you get from him?
Yeah. We were on the same flight to Arizona. But he was in like row 36, middle seat.
He just leaned up and talked to you.
So I didn't bug him at the airport, but then after I finished the combine, he was just like, I mean, he sticks out like a fucking sore thumb. So he was just, he was standing by the dugout and just, yeah, I mean, super nice, super polite, just down to earth. Like that's what I've noticed about this draft class. Like Chalowski, super chill, like humble, very nice, polite. Like there's been drafts before where you can see like some of the guys that go in the top 5, like they walk around like, I know I'm about to make a fuck ton of money and get into the big leagues in like a couple of years. Probably the most humble class that I've been around, like these guys. Yeah.
I was surprised just by our BID interviews, and maybe it's just baseball becoming popular again, but it feels like the guys coming through are actually fans. Like it felt like that, like 2015 to 2020 range. It was like, I don't know if any of these people watch baseball or they play it and they're good at it, but like they weren't fans of the game. Feels like there's like baseball junkies that are existing again, which makes me happy.
Well, so I asked that question to some of the guys, like Drew Burris. He broke Jason Varitek's home run record at Georgia Tech. He hit 60 home runs in 3 years. But he's 5'9", and he's got like the best defensive WAR for an outfielder for like D1 NCAA. Like he's a grinder, and he's from Georgia. So I was like, oh, so did you grow up a Braves fan? And he's like, well, not really. He's like, I more so just follow the players. And like a lot of them said that, like that they didn't grow up like being a fan of a team, but they were like, oh, I grew up watching Mike Trout, and I like Bobby Witt Jr., and I like Aaron Judge, and I like Bryce Harper because they play MLB The Show. So they're not fans of teams. They're fans of baseball, and which is, I guess, not odd, but like it's unique to me that they follow baseball how like kind of like basketball fans follow basketball. It's like, yeah, like I just follow the stars around the league, and a lot of them felt that way. Coley?
Football's getting that way too, because of fantasy football and being just like, that's my guy, that's my guy, that's my guy. But I floated this mixtape, also coming out today, subscribe, rate, review. I guess you don't have to do the other two anymore. Just subscribe. But that report that just came out, or I guess it wasn't even a report, the MLB saying their new demands about cutting the draft from 20 to 12 rounds. And that to me is like, all right, they're definitely going to remove a layer of minor league baseball, like probably low A, as they've already done similar things in the recent past. I am worried about Major League Baseball inadvertently because of what you just said, people being fans of players, not caring about teams anymore. If a bunch of minor league stadiums across the country open up and a bunch of 13th to 20th round picks that are no longer playing professional baseball, doesn't it seem like the Bananas are like genuinely set up to make their league like 3-4 times the size as it is right now with their already huge popularity? And now they can have more talent at their disposal. And now stadiums where they can have homes like you see with the Clowns in Indianapolis this year. Like I think baseball could inadvertently make like the ABA version of baseball in the Bananas and like further legitimize them as a threat. They're already on national TV, whereas Major League Baseball can barely get regional sports networks off the ground for half the fucking league. They already have national TV deals. They have a YouTube channel. They're better at social media than you. Like I think if that went through and they cut a layer of minor league baseball, I genuinely think it could be their ultimate demise.
I feel like, and maybe this is an outside perspective, I've been to one Bananas game, but do people care enough about the result? I guess would be my point.
I know Jesse Cole cares about the results, and that's really all that matters. Like,
I think if you're talking like fans getting interested in being into like, oh, I wanna root for this team or wherever they're going.
But that's the opposite of what I just said. They're rooting for the
players, like even in this scenario.
That's why, like the main guys on the Bananas are as followed, if not more followed, than a lot of the top MLB players. Like Shohei, obviously a different,
especially on TikTok.
Thing. That's what I'm saying. So like they already have individual fans. Their jerseys, when they sell their individual jerseys, they sell out.
But you would never sit there like you would LeBron and like, sure. But like as a sports fan, you would never sit there and be able to have the debate and the conversation like you would with LeBron and Steph Curry or whatever it may be. Like that doesn't translate to that because people don't view it in that light.
Not today, they don't. I'm saying you could further legitimize them by having a bigger talent pool go to them. Right now, they are legitimate baseball players playing banana ball. They just have to
JBJ every friggin'
week. Well, I'm not even talking about those guys. I'm talking about the guys we didn't know who were playing like D1 and D2 and JUCO that were like, all right, Major League Baseball is not for me, but this opportunity just opened
Some
up.
of them played professionally in the minors, and they
Sure.
David
just,
Griffin, shout him
and
out.
now shout him out. I've known him for a while. Like,
Very college, baby.
He's a Section 10 guy. A lot of them are. I think it's down to like a pay thing where it's like I could go ride the buses for 18 grand a year, or I could go play banana ball and make 10 times that. Or the sky's the limit, really. Like, you know, like I'm sure they probably have guys that are making 7 figures. It's all on like social media following and jersey sales and whatever, what have you. But yeah, like they have agents now.
And like you also have to remember, T, like the era we're in right now, where I'm sure a lot of the rappers, this isn't a shot, a lot of the rappers you listen to like announce a tour and then 3 dates in cancel it because 100% people aren't actually showing up to the shows. What do people want right now? They want interactive. They want to go to a thing. Like you can't be on your phone at a Bananas game. Like you are a player when you're at a Bananas game. You can make the final out at a Bananas game. So like I think a lot of parents bring kids and then the parents sit down, they go, hey, this is all right. Like this, I got my money's worth.
Yeah.
When the economy's like this, you want to spend money on things that are worth it. You don't want to just spend it to go do a thing. They're worth it right now. I can't say that about the Red Sox and Rockies game.
No.
I can't.
Big time, no.
But would you ever sit there and like turn that on versus like a baseball, like
but I'm
actual
a
competitive
dinosaur. My kids would want to go. My daughter's glove, her first year of baseball this year, it's a Party Animals glove. Because
Would
they've got the
anyone over
rolling
the
steel.
age of 18?
I don't, but why would they want that person?
Well, I think
They
those
want
are
the
people-
12-year-old to be the 24-year-old in 12 years.
Of course. And I think there is something like you always want to feed the kids. Like parents are going to spend money on their
Gotta
kids.
feed
That's
them.
going to be it.
Super
I like
early
to feed the kids.
But I don't know. I guess in my head, I can't picture that ever being like on at the bar and people giving a fuck what's going on.
For sure. But even the younger generation's not even drinking anymore. So like
Fair.
it's like they have some advantages. I think the MLB is looking at this as a cost-saving measure that could be like, oh fuck, we now have to merge with these people. Like the ABA, they had 3-point line, they were dunking, they were doing all sorts of shit that seemed radical at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're part of the NBA. Like that's how it happens.
Jared, do you have anything on Hunter Dietz?
Take that offline.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Stop and Shop supermarkets have a major announcement. We repeat, don't shop for your groceries anywhere else.
Yeah, stop and shop. Yeah, stop and shop.
And what's great about these tangerines, look how easy they peel. Just like that. And loaded, loaded with nutritional value.
Yeah, stop and shop.
Double kill.
What's better than having to stop and shop, getting it done for all of you?
The Stop and Shop look ahead, brought to you by Stop and Shop. Head on down to Stop and Shop right now. You get 10 cents off your tangerines when you buy at least 5 pounds of tangerines only at Stop and Shop. I'm going to be at Fenway Thursday with Tony Maz, 6 to 7 at the Cask for the baseball hour. So how's that work, T? How the fuck is he going to... Are they doing Felger and Maz there too?
Yeah, more likely than not.
Okay.
They'll do a remote, and usually if it's a remote, Maz will stay there and do the baseball hour that way. I've done a couple of shows at the Cask on Marathon Monday. They put you in the back. It's fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So
you may have like a group of people kind of around you, but that's
standing on top of you.
just about.
Whatever. Yeah, it's a 4-game series against the New York Yankees, and me and Maz will be at the Cask for the Thursday game, 6 to 7, and then me, the McMahon, and T are doing the views on Friday live from Nesson with Pap. No Alana Rizzo.
What?
No
No
Alana Rizzo.
Millsy?
Yeah.
No Elsie?
No LZ. No
No
Pap.
Patey?
Just us?
Just us and Pap.
Oh, and Pap. Okay.
I don't like that.
Remote?
I don't like that.
I don't think he'll be in studio. No. I don't know if they're gonna give us like.
You guys all in studio and then Pat remote seems crazy. He's just on a screen. Yeah, we'll see.
Shut him out.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't know that we're getting like Jamai or like Lanny. I don't know. I would say
There
give
you
us
go.
give us someone. We can't be doing that. I don't
It would
like.
totally work, but it's more just like more the setup is like what Pap's just looking at you from a screen. Yeah, it's a little nuts.
I hosted that show the first year or two. I mean, I can do it. I don't know. I don't prefer it.
T will
I guess.
host.
Huh?
T will host.
That's not the
Yeah,
program
well, let T
they're
host.
looking for.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
We're talking less.
So
We're talking
Hunter
more.
Dietz.
Interesting lefty from Arkansas.
Yeah.
Did you meet Bonds' nephew, Jerry?
No, I did not. No, I did
Oh,
not.
so.
But he put on a show. He did really well. Yeah, he was one of the most talked about guys that was there
For this series?
for this series. Yeah. There was a kid there, Dominic, that loves the 10, and I had a picture with him. This is the stuff that freaks me out because like I feel like I look the same, but like I had a picture with this
kinda
kid.
do.
Yeah, I haven't really changed much. Picture with him at the 2021 playoffs, and he's a literal child, and now he was in the combine, like he was
How old is
socking
he?
homers, huh?
How old is he now?
He's got to be 18, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I guess 14 to 18 is a big jump.
Yeah. But yeah, that was cool. His whole family was there. I got to say hi. Yeah, 4-game series. It is Connolly Early versus Cam Schlittler on Thursday. Peyton Tolley. Dude, we only get Peyton Tolley for the views. I love
That's
it
good.
because I love watching him pitch, but it's like, it'll be like, all right, like, what are you looking for tonight? I'm like, probably a lot of four seam. Probably a lot of four seam, you know?
Also, they all go the same. It's like probably not a lot of run support.
Yeah, it's probably going to be like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 innings. He's going to strike out 6, 7 batters and give up 2 or 3 runs and lose. That's how
They'll
that
lose
goes.
3-2.
Peyton Tolley versus Will Warren. Jake Bennett versus fat fucking obese diabetes Garrett Cole. And then the finale is on Peacock/NBC. That is Sunday Night Baseball. It is Carlos Rodon versus Sonny Gray. Connolly Early is 6-5 with a 3.64 ERA, a 127 whip, and an 8.7 strikeouts per 9. Is the first time in June he goes 6 innings, and shocker, they win. So he's 6-0, going 6+, 0-9 with 5 2/3 or less. Cam Schlittler is 8-3 with a 1.71 ERA, an 0.89 whip, and a 10.3 strikeouts per 9. I genuinely fucking hate him. But he's just nails against the Red Sox. Just this year alone, 2 games, 13 2/3, 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 1 home run, 2 walks, 10 Ks. The Yankees are 2-0. Peyton Tolley is 3-5 with a 3.08 ERA, a 1.09 whip, and an 8.7 strikeouts per 9. He's got some weird home road splits this year. At home, batters are hitting 234 with a 655 OPS, and he has a 276 ERA. On the road, batters are hitting 200 with a 592 OPS, and it's a 341 ERA. That's weird. So better in every category but ERA. It's basically 3/4 of a run higher on the road. Will Warren is 7-2 with a 3.45 ERA, a 133 whip, and a 9.7 strikeouts per 9. Warren is seemingly a very predictable pitcher. Every start essentially looks like this: 5 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 4 Ks, and gets the win. The Yankees are 12-3 when he starts. Jake Bennett is 1-3 with a 3.71 ERA, a 113 whip, and a 7.4 strikeouts per 9. Really solid the last 2 starts: 11 1/3, 7 hits, 2 earned, 0 walks, 14 Ks. 9 of those came against the Rockies. The Red Sox have given him 2 runs of support across those 2 games. Garrett Cole is 2-2 with a 3.62 ERA, a 118 whip, and an 8.1 strikeouts per 9. He's just fat, man. He's been really fat, especially in the month of June. It's a 5.95 ERA with 5 home runs allowed in 4 starts in the month of June. And I don't have any notes for Carlos Rodon and Sonny Gray. So.
Even then you might still wind up dead. Caught in a tornado, get smoked by your neighbor's shed. With a look ahead, with a look ahead, Billy's gonna be bears. Shoot 'em with your mouth.
Weather look ahead. Brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears.
Chew 'em with your mouth.
You chew them with your mouth. The Sox come back to Fenway Park for a 4-game series with their biggest rival only on NESN and NESN Plus and ABC and NBC. Game 1, Thursday, 7:10 p.m. Eastern, first pitch, 78 degrees, mostly cloudy, 4% chance of rain, 7-mile-an-hour winds, blowing out to center field. Game 2, Friday night. We'll be there with Mikey while the fellas are on the views. 7:10 p.m. Eastern, first pitch, 76 degrees.
Hey! That's Friday?
Friday, yeah.
Wow,
You get Tolley
shit.
in 76. Pretty good. Pretty good. Mostly sunny, 10% chance of rain, 9-mile-an-hour winds blowing out to center once again. Game 3, Saturday, 1:10 p.m. Eastern, first pitch. It's on ABC. That kind of caught me off guard. 77 degrees. Off guard. Mostly cloudy, 15% chance of rain, 7-mile-an-hour winds blowing out to right this time. And the finale, Game 4, Sunday Night Baseball. It is the first Red Sox-Yankees Sunday Night Baseball on NBC in Tyler's life. The last time that happened was 1995. It's also German Celebration Night at Fenway. For those keeping track at home, that's because the Germans are in town for their round of 32 match at Boston Stadium on Monday night, which I believe I'll be at with POTY. 7:20 p.m. Eastern, first pitch for that Sunday night game, 74 degrees, sunny, 2% chance of rain, 6-mile-an-hour winds blowing out towards the Monsters. So if you're keeping track there, temperatures are dancing around 76 degrees all series long as the Red Sox host their bitter rival, the New York Yankees, at AMB. That is your weather look ahead, as always brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears. You chew them with your mouth.
Wow. Goddamn. Prediction time, Steven.
Yeah, Yankees are really good. The Red Sox are really bad this year. Like we said last time they played here, I've never seen less buzz for Sox Yankees. It's really unfortunate. I think Mikey and I are going to be on Lansdowne before the game, trying to just get a feel of the scenes and maybe just asking people if they've ever seen it.
You're probably going to try to get the feel of some ass too, I bet.
Would just like to see Sonny Gray deal on Sunday Night Baseball and get a Red Sox Benny's banana split. The Sox only have 4 chances the rest of the season to get a banana split, and I think it's going to happen this year.
This one? Okay. The McMahon?
Yeah, it feels like a pretty comfortable split to me.
Okay.
You know?
Sure. T?
It all started in 1901.
My heart is telling me to pick a split, but my brain isn't. But you know what? We need this is one of those rock bottom moments. Usually this team responds just enough by showing they have an ounce of life. Really isn't the word, but they're just not brain dead. They have to keep moving, whether it's for a good reason or a bad reason. The Yankees are a little bit different post-Judge, 14th in OPS in the month of June. They're still top 5 in ERA regularly. Schlittler, Cole, Rodon, Romy Gonzalez coming back. Yeah, give me a split. I don't feel confident, but I'm going to hope for the best.
3 splits?
Split with us.
No. I'm going to go Red Sox lose 3 out of 4. And I think the only game that they win is Saturday, the Garrett Cole game. I think he gets absolutely fucking ravaged. No.
You believe in Big Ben? You believe in Big Ben?
Jake Bennett.
That's the nickname I've been working on.
Oh, it's bad.
Keep working.
Yeah, I'd say get back in there.
The Discord liked it. The Discord liked it.
Yeah. Schlittler is probably going to go a CG shot piece. I'm saying 14 strikeouts. Tolley's going to pitch his dick and balls off, and the Red Sox aren't going to score any runs. They're going to lose a tight one on Friday. Saturday, that's like a 7-1, 7-2 blowout win. And then Sonny Gray also pitches well enough. I think he goes like 6 innings, 3 earned. And the Red Sox lose that one too because they can't hit lefties besides Wilyer, who has a what BABIP against lefties? 427. Yep.
I thought, dude, I was about to be feeling myself. I thought I was going to get that cycle prediction for the Rockies series. Once Cedon had 5 innings to hit a homer. And he knew, too. You could tell he knew. He wasn't swinging out of his shoes by any means, but he was trying to pull.
Yeah, he was going for it.
He was, which you have to.
Yeah. And this season, go for every individual accolade you can.
Well, the game also felt like a game that it was going to be 8-3, 9-3, and it's just like, oh, right, they lost. That was what the only thing I was paying attention to the rest of the game was Cedon going deep, and I'm like, I didn't factor in they could lose that game, but this team will find a way.
They lost it.
Nobody better at losing.
Oh,
it's one of the best losing teams we've ever seen.
Super good team at losing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. T, you got final thoughts?
I enjoyed.
You got a sports and a concerts.
What'd you say?
Oh, go T.
T.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say one more time?
T.
My turn.
Yep.
I'll pass.
What?
Bang! Bang!
What?
You had one though.
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I didn't have one.
T, did you think we were just jabbing you? We were talking about an old ad read.
No, I just said I pass. Why? Coley says he passes all
yeah,
the
but
time.
you were about to. You were about to
You're a
do it.
closing
Yeah.
thoughts guy.
Oh, why can't I passed? I passed.
No. I'm passing it back to you.
Yep,
Coley, right back to you.
Nah, just right back. Here you go.
I ain't moving.
T, you can't pass on. You got something.
You're the final thoughts guy.
I hope
if you don't have
has
a final
great day.
thought, no one does.
I hope
He
everybody
does this
has a
when he's
great day.
offended. What did you just get offended at?
There's nothing I'm offended. You guys didn't say anything for me to be offended by.
Oh, we know that part. But what's your final thoughts?
You're looking at it and you're thinking whether you should say
it's right there. It's right there.
I passed. I'm done.
No.
It's not my turn anymore.
Hendrik Bickelson. Tell me about him. Come on.
Yeah.
I want to learn.
There's nothing.
Yep. T, if you don't, I'll sit here all
pass,
fucking night.
dog. I pass.
I
Pass
will
the fucking
sit
ball.
here all night and wait for this final thought. I'm not going
If I had
anywhere.
one, I'd give it to you.
I'm not going anywhere until you give me a final thought.
Tune in to the latest episode of Down on the Farm. We'll be recording tomorrow. We'll be doing some MLB draft talk.
That works.
Okay. Who do you have? Or I don't want to spoil it, but like, do you have like, how many names in mind do you have for who could go to the Red Sox?
3 or 4.
Okay. Is Tyler Bell one of them?
No.
Why? He's a shortstop.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he just hasn't been mocked there. A lot of the names I've been like paying attention to, or like I guess I'm focusing in on the ones getting linked to them.
Is Brody one?
Yeah, Brody got earlier in the process, but not as of late. It was also a Keith Law connection, which is, you got to pick your spots a little bit.
Wasn't Law like, they're not just going to draft him because he's local. I was like, sure, but he seems to be one of the better prospects in the draft.
I think you say like there's a couple of different guys that fit that profile of like a big lanky lefty.
It seems like
that throw 101.
Well, it seems like from what I've heard, a lot of people think he is just going to go to Texas. I agree. I've also heard he might go top 5, which right now he's not being projected for that. So if he goes top 5, that'll certainly change, you would assume, the landscape.
It's the angle of the draft that people don't realize when you start getting into those bonus conversations and who can put that kind of money on the line, because someone is going to have to pay up really big.
And if some teams are operating under the thought like this might be the last time we're ever really going to be able to pay for a high school guy.
Coley, play the sound. We just got a deal.
A deal?
Not for the Red Sox, but
Bang! Bang!
The Cubs just acquired David Peterson from the Mets. So deals are happening.
It's legal.
The Mets couldn't wait to get rid of him.
Mm-hmm. Deals are happening. Deals are starting to roll in. So I guess
that's
we'll see.
That's upsetting.
Well, I said it wasn't the Red Sox.
Sure, but it's more. It's a team that T was just like, when are the Cubs going to trade for Sonny Gray? And they were like, we got David Peterson money.
Yeah, I mean, plenty of teams are going to be calling on Sonny. I'm not
sure.
Like, there goes.
I think
market.
the Cubs will still be calling.
Yeah, David Peterson's certainly no fix for anything.
But like, if we're existing in this world where you're like, oh, I want someone to fucking lose their mind. Like, all right, that's one less team that maybe will lose their mind right now versus month from now.
I was not really circling the Cubs as a lose your mind organization anyway.
No. I mean, what they gave up for Tucker is looking more and more like a haul for Houston.
I'd also argue like there's some guys on the Cubs, whether it's Shaw or Pedro Ramirez, that really intrigue me a bit. I wonder what the packages would have to look like, but
not
young
Hartman?
middle infielders.
Not Eric Hartman?
I'm not anti that.
Okay, you just said
Eric
you weren't in on the
Hartman?
Braves. Yeah.
Huh?
You just said you weren't in on what like the Braves had to offer.
Yeah, to me, it's more just guys that are closer to the big leagues, but like I got to see what's out there before like I'm agreeing. You know what I mean? Like I want pieces that are ready to help you in 2027 or sooner.
I get, but like that could also be a trade chip. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't necessarily have to help here. That's all. I just want currency. That's all I care about. Whether it's currency that we're going to keep and utilize here or send out in future trades. That's all I care about.
It slightly depends, I think, about who's running this front office and who I trust to do some of those things too. But yeah, for me, my preference is more geared towards guys that are at the big league level or close to, like young, controllable pieces we can fit in here and start to find a solution to what they're lacking in.
Coley, final thoughts?
Eric Hartman just became the number 100 prospect on Pipeline. He's in high A, 20-year-old, playing for the Emperor Penguins. Jerry, he's got a 931 OPS.
How many home runs, Coley?
65 games. Pipeline's got him at 18.
Yeah. I remember seeing like someone put together like a clip of like 10 of them. They're bombs. They weren't.
Yeah, no, they're not cheap. So for reference, Justin Gonzalez is 91st. So Eric, again, his name is Hartman, like Phil Hartman, but since his first name is Eric, we would be selling Cartman merch, Jerry. So I'm also thinking of it from that angle. Like that it's a very marketable guy if we were to get him from the Braves. I don't think we could get Didier Fuentes, but I would come myself. He's not also like a Craig kind of arm.
Steven, final thoughts?
Section10merch.com for the best merch on the planet. Only 2 parks remain in the Section 10 merch map for this season, and I believe this is season 7 or 8 of the Section 10 merch map, and we have knocked it off every single year. Chase Field, where the D-backs play, and then once again, Dinky Doos, what is it for the A's?
Dinky Doo Park.
Dinky Doo Park. So we need to check those 2 off. We did get guaranteed rate field, so shout out to whoever did that. Sign up for the Section 10 Patreon for incredible bonus content every single week. I saw Toy Story 5. Pretty good. Pretty good, all things considered. I think this will be a spoiler-free review. I don't know. Why are you doing thumbs down?
Because you see it with Dan?
What?
Did you see it with Dan?
Oh, did I see it with Dan? No.
All right.
No, Dan. So you know when Dan saw it?
Yeah, Dan saw the premiere. We were at Portland Section 10 night. But
did you wear the shoes?
To the movie, no, because I went by myself and I was like, that'd be a little much. Right?
I think that was correct.
Like, get a load of this guy. Dude, I caught myself because I was getting upset that these kids in front of me were just way too loud. Like they were for most of the movie. And then I'm like, it's a Pixar Toy Story movie, dog. Like, come on. Like you can't. And the dad is probably, if I ever have kids, the dad handled it kind of exactly.
You're just a dude with a mustache by yourself with Toy Story sneakers being like, shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ.
Do you understand how much this matters to me? Have you seen the first 4? Like you couldn't even tell me the plot, you clowns.
I can't even figure out the plot because you guys won't shut the fuck up.
I'm getting soft back here. Will you guys shut your fucking mouths?
I absolutely check all the boxes for like, we got to get this guy out of this theater. He's freaking everybody
Families
out
definitely move their kids away from where you're sitting when they see you. Yeah.
Avoid this weirdo. Oh man. The dad was like, shout out to the dad of the kid. Cause he definitely quieted him down and was doing the whole like, hey, I'll take you out of here. Like we're not, cause I think they were getting Sullivan's or something afterwards. And he was threatening like no dinner. Like you're not getting your burger. I'm like, you're doing it, brother. Yep. But yeah, good movie overall. I mean, they all follow kind of a similar plot. I didn't need Woody to have a bald spot that kind of hit too close to home. So I probably would have tweaked that. I know that's not really a spoiler. Yeah, a little overweight. So, yeah, that wasn't great to see, but, no, it's still great to have Tom Hanks and Tim Allen in our lives. And any way, shape, or form. Buzz Lightyear is still the GOAT, man. I mean, it's anytime you see Buzz, it's like that is the dog right there. And he knows it and he carries himself as such. So we're going 88% on Rotten Tomatoes for my review there. And to close here, happy birthday to Rusi. It is
Happy birthday,
Rusi's
Rusi.
birthday.
Today?
Yes, today.
What the fuck?
We have
I didn't
8
know
minutes.
that.
Today, we got 8 minutes left, and when this comes out, it will not be her birthday anymore.
God
But
damn it. I didn't know that.
I know.
Out, Bruce.
But Roos has been great.
Shout out.
Roos has been more than we could have ever asked for, helping with social videos and content, and just a great person. So shout out to Roosie.
Yeah, she's A1.
Yep.
Shout her out. Happy birthday, Rusi. Now I feel like an asshole. I missed fucking 2K's birthday.
Yeah. Do you even care anymore?
Well, how do you know that it's their birthday if you're not friends with them on Facebook? Like,
Dude,
that's the only way I know.
I
people's
set reminders
birthdays.
in my phone for the people that matter and just have it set to yearly for reminders. But Jerry, you bring up a good point. I always still got to like triple check that it's still their birthday because nothing would kill me more than saying happy birthday if it's not somebody's actual birthday and you mess the date up. Facebook bailed us out for years.
Yeah.
Like, I almost missed some really important ones, and Facebook's like, here you go, dog. Just send a text or message.
I don't know what people like. That's the only reason why I still have a Facebook. I don't use it for any other reason, but like I wake up in the morning, I look at the memories to be like, oh yeah, like 5 years ago, you had the fucking best life going, dude. Like that was sick. And then I'll be like, oh, by the way, today's Auntie Kathy's birthday. Don't forget. And I'm like, oh, thank you, Facebook.
Shout her
Because
out.
I would have forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Auntie Kathy, isn't that?
Well, his Auntie Kathy's dead. Mine is still with me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Love you,
I
Auntie.
also have an Auntie Kathy too.
More
Okay, there you go.
more dog in her.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
She was a strong woman until the cancer got her.
Rest in peace,
R.I.P.
Auntie Kathy.
I'll get him.
Okay. We'll see you
Look down, Coley.
Sunday night. Sunday night, Monday morning for you guys. Actually, we'll see you on Baseball Hour on Thursday. We'll see you on The Views on Friday. Maybe we'll see you on Tied in the 8th if there is one. Well, you won't see Steve.
We should all get tossed, honestly. We didn't even do a Tied in the 8th today.
I was in the Uber.
Shit.
It would have been weird.
I was in an appointment. I had a tooth appointment.
Yeah, tooth appointment. Yeah.
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 Fuck.
I was in the back of an Uber driving back from the airport.
I was still recording mixtape. We did a full Ford today.
Oh, there you go. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sticking with us. I mean that. Like this season blows.
So bad.
The rest of the season is basically a support group for all the 162 guys, girls, and gays. We're still watching the games. I'm not having a good time. I'm not enjoying watching the games, but I still watch them because I love baseball. Like last night at the hotel, like Train FaceTimed me, and I was just like, "Can I go? Like, I want to watch. Like, I just want to watch the game with like the volume up. It's like I miss you and everything, but I want to watch ball." And I'm like, I want to watch my worst team in the American League baseball team. That's what I wanna do.
Historic Red Sox team. That's what you want to watch.
I just, they can be the worst team going, and there's nothing like knowing that there's a game on tonight, sitting down and watching this team lose to the fucking Colorado Rockies. There's nothing like it.
Nothing beats it.
Nothing beats it. It's just part of the routine. So, I mean, I'm going to keep watching, and then after every series finale, we're going to keep yapping. And, the conversations are going to start shifting more to the trade deadline and the draft. I'm interested in all that. So, and I think we should lean into more guests as well. I think it's cool to have people on and just yap about the Sox and
T.
I had the pinky.
No, sure, but we're also wrapping up. So
yeah,
go.
I just wanted to shout out Harold Rivas, the second biggest international signee from their class the year prior. Just been swinging it down in the FCL right now. 278, 425, 56, 3 homers, 7 extra base hits, and 10 steals. We want to talk 5 tools for an outfielder. He's showing some of the tools you want to see. That's it.
You don't get to talk about Harold Rivas after you've passed, and also promoed that we were going to do not Sox prospects. It's not our show. Down on the farm tomorrow,
and then threw up the pinky as if I wasn't on my all right, guys, see you later, bye bye. Like I was doing very clearly in the sign off.
You guys are not helping me on the Reddit right now.
That's why there's only one T. Don't read the Reddit.
Good idea.
Yeah. Just don't read it. All right. We'll see you on Monday morning. Go Sox! Woo! Ba-doot, doot, doot.
Buenas noches, amigos.